All right, boom, we're live. As we're going over some video in the community. What was that?
Dude,
Just
you never
people
seen that?
drunk singing Miss American Pie?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Trivia question of the day. Who sings American Pie? I will give you a shiny dollar if you get this right. Brought my Chevy to the levee,
Yeah, I
but
know,
the
I'm
levee
thinking-
was dry.
I don't know who.
Good old boys. Don McLean.
No, I knew that.
Right. Episode 158. CIRYL GANE doesn't train. Today's going to be an all over the place podcast, which we had a great one last week with Harry. We just talked about fucking everything, and I got a lot to cover today. There's been a couple fight announcements over the last week. I don't know if you've been up to date with them, but they're bangers. So one of them we already knew and got officially announced. I guess two really are. One's not official yet, but one, like, both sides have agreed and it just hasn't been posted.
Yeah.
One got announced today, which is a banger we have been calling for a while now. Okay, so which do you want to start with first? Do you want to start with
Give me the bad one first, obviously.
the least exciting? They're all fucking exciting.
All right, yeah.
The least exciting fight, and this should show you... the one we've talked about that you won't be surprised about is Oliveira Darush.
Yeah.
That fight has been announced for UFC 288 on May 6th. That will, all likelihood, be the winner will probably be Makhachev's next opponent, I'm assuming, barring, because I haven't heard anything else about Makhachev's IV use and if he's going to be getting any trouble for it.
Yeah.
I've been looking, but I haven't heard anything about it. So, like, I don't know if there's going to be any change to that. We were speculating that it might become an interim title fight if that were the case, but I don't think so. And here, so Oliveira Darush is a very, very good matchup because for me, it's like the wrestler versus the jiu-jitsu artist, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know who I would say has the better stand-up. Like, I think Oliveira probably does, but Darush seems like he hits harder. And Darush seems bigger.
Oh, well, I just saw the fucking other. I just saw the.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
So
UFC 288 is going to be good.
it's going to be really good. There's a couple fights already announced for it. Dude, the next couple, like 285 is good. There's a little bit of a not a great main card because they have some good fights, but a lot of them are like prospects coming up. Like Bo Nickel isn't ranked, but he's a good fighter coming up. He faces Jamie Pickett on 285. Shavkat Rakhmonov versus Neil Magny is a great fight, but it's like not really namesake that much.
Yeah.
2 championship fights, but it's not really the best card. And then you got John Jones, CIRYL GANE. So, like, that's, it's going to be a great card. 286 is top heavy. You got Usman, Edwards, 3. You got Gaethje, Fiziev. And then, like, Muhammad Makayev is on the undercard. Like, there's not a lot of great fights for it.
Yeah.
287 is going to be nasty. 287 is Pereira Adesanya 2. Rosas Jr. comes back. Masvidal Burns. Like, there's a bunch of good fights. And then 288, co-main event is Oliveira Darush. So it's a 3-round fight. It's not a 5-round fight. Oliveira's first 3-round fight since Tony.
Yeah, well, that's...
It was a long time ago.
It is a long time ago. That's an interesting fight. I don't know who's going to win that, dude. That's like a... I might have to go to Darush.
See, matchup-wise...
I don't know who...
Matchup-wise, I love the matchup. I think Darush has a better chance of beating Makhachev than Oliveira. I think we've just about seen everything we can from Oliveira and Makhachev. I don't believe...
There's no competition there.
Right. But I think that Darush's wrestling is very good. And, I mean, to tell you the truth, now that Makhachev stood toe-to-toe with Volkanovski, I don't really know if any of them can beat him because his striking apparently is really fucking good.
Yeah.
So I don't see anybody really beating Makhachev, but besides Volkanovski. But, like, I think Darush might have a better chance, which is why I'm pulling for Darush.
Yeah, I think Darush... I don't know if he has a better chance. I mean, height-wise, I don't know.
I think Makhachev's bigger. Darush is wider, but I think Makhachev's taller.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really see how he has a better chance per se. I just think that there's a lot of holds that Darush can exploit, I think, by watching some tape. If he does make it to that level, what if Darush fucking loses?
Right.
Then what? Charles has to face.
I think if
Islam
Charles beats Makhachev, then we might see Poirier versus Makhachev. Because I think Oliveira is going to need like 2 wins before he gets another title shot, at least against Makhachev.
Yeah.
And I can see
Poirier. So.
And I can see Makhachev Poirier being like, that's a sellable fight. So I can see them making that
Poirier
fight.
could win that.
I think Poirier has a good chance of winning that.
But yeah,
I think Poirier 2 years ago would have had a great chance. I think Poirier's stepped down a little bit. Like, to be honest with you, his performance against Michael Chandler was like not that great, I don't think.
Yeah. Everybody see Makhachev's last fight? Did you see him tweeting about this?
I saw him say, "Who's next?"
He said who's next, but he said that his mother said that he's won the championship. He should be done.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like Khabib's, but he said that he needs to defend it like Khabib.
Yep.
So, yeah, maybe he's going to retire soon.
Makhachev's 31. Makhachev's older than Khabib. Did you know that?
Yeah, really?
You know what?
Yeah.
Actually, I might be wrong. He might be like a year younger. Because Khabib retired like 3 years ago now. And Khabib retired when he was 29, so he might be a little older. Islam age, they give me the actual. That was probably a dumb thing to look up. All right, so Makhachev's 31.
Oh, Khabib's 33.
34. Okay. And they almost have the same birthday. So. Okay, so
Maybe they're a
Islam's not as
clone?
old. It
clone?
basically is the fucking clone, right?
Yeah.
Who would win that matchup? Islam versus Khabib? Khabib. I think so, right?
Yeah, not even close.
Is Islam striking better than
1,000.
Khabib's?
No.
Bonafide, no. That's it.
Yeah, no.
You think so?
Yeah.
Do you think that Khabib's striking is better because he's more powerful? Like because he knocked down Conor?
No, I just think he's just a better fighter.
Khabib's just big
All
bro.
around.
Khabib's big bro, right? And just fucking
all
blows
around
him. Yeah.
bigger fighter. Just
I think
better.
you're right.
Give
It's
a
crazy
slight
to
edge
me.
to Makhachev. I wouldn't even give a slight edge to him because
You know what's really crazy to me? How different Makhachev's first fight in the UFC, which is it's natural to have like jitters and maybe you don't perform as well. His first fight in the UFC is his only loss. He got knocked out by like a fucking swinging overhand that just knocked him out. I can't even think of the guy's name.
And it was a quick stoppage too. It wasn't. It was reasonable.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I wouldn't say it was a bad stoppage, but it was a quick stoppage.
Quick. It was quick.
Like
he pounced on him right away.
But can you fucking imagine that? Like if he just like one little head movement, and we're talking about Islam at 26-0, and we're having a very different conversation about Islam. Do you think that really matters? Do you think 26-0 versus 25-1 for Islam Makhachev's sake really matters?
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
it does, right?
It's a huge difference. The biggest difference in the history of sports, dude. Floyd Mayweather was 50-1. You think people would still fucking talk about him? No.
They would definitely talk
50-1.
about him, but he wouldn't be in the conversation of greatest ever.
No, not even close. Even look at.
You ever hear Chael Sonnen's famous quote about Floyd Mayweather?
No.
He said, he's never seen someone grow so famous off beating up getting hit by complete tomato cans. And I know what you're going to say. What about Rihanna?
Oh, my God.
Chael Sonnen said that on like a fucking morning show on TV. Long live the GOAT. Long live Uncle Chael.
Yeah, I think he is. He's an individual, man.
Chael or Floyd?
Both.
Well, yeah.
But Chael says some outrageous shit.
Chael's the originator. What's up, bud?
Hey, man.
How you doing?
What's up, boys?
I like the setup.
This guy was busy playing Hogwarts.
I was thinking about it.
Did you get the game?
No. I was downloading a bunch of other shit, and
I've been hearing so much talk about it. I'm waiting for someone to get it and tell me about it before I get it.
it looks
Oh, you're gonna get
so
I'm
good.
very interested, though. I haven't even seen videos of it. I should look it up.
Oh, it's
It
sick.
looks amazing.
Yeah.
It really
I
does.
gotta
Like,
say, if you get it, I want to go over and watch you play.
definitely.
I want to just look at it.
Like,
I just
So-
what's it about?
I wasn't really a fan of it, like, thinking about it, but then I watched Nick Marks play, like, a 10-minute video of it, and it was literally kind of like just the beginning.
Mhm.
And it was fucking unreal.
Do you play as this is kind of off topic.
Listen.
Do you play as like the kids from Harry Potter?
So you are your own character, and
Okay.
you are just thrown into the storyline of you are like have this great purpose,
Mhm.
and like you just have to like it's like a coming of type deal, right?
Okay.
And I don't know if you meet.
So you're almost playing as Harry, but you're not Harry.
Yeah, it's
Right.
like a different storyline. You know what I mean? But they specifically made it for you as a character.
Now, can you pick? Do you have to be like Gryffindor? Can you pick different
You can
kinds
pick
of shit.
Slytherin. You can
Dude,
pick,
I would so pick Slytherin.
dude. It looks crazy. Like I just want to like answer the questions and just play it like to truth because it looks so awesome, dude. Like I don't know. I
want it so bad.
It looks so
I'm gonna
good.
have to fucking go buy an Xbox.
It's $60. I mean,
Yeah,
That's
that's
not
what
bad,
all new
dude.
games are.
it's
not bad.
like why not? Like I don't know,
Not bad.
man.
So let me get your take on this because we
Yeah.
got 3 new big fights that got announced over the last week. One of them today.
And I think I saw it.
Okay.
Spivak Blades. Is that what you're talking about?
No, not Spivak. Pavlovich Blades.
Pavlovich. Sorry. Yes.
Television.
Before we get into that, Oliveira Darush has been announced for 288.
Which I also saw that too.
Who you got? We were saying we have no idea, but we think Darush has a better chance against Makhachev. So we're kind of, it's hard to root against Charles Oliveira, but I almost am because I want to see Darush versus Makhachev. Darush is also on a 8-fight win streak. So it's like about fucking time he gets a title shot.
Very true. And I just don't know because I think we're gonna see Charles back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
Yeah, I think that too. I think he has a fucking vengeance.
I don't see him fucking losing, man. His
Yeah.
chin, he just didn't look good
He didn't.
in the Makhachev fight, and he did have a really bad weight cut. I think they both do, but let's see how he does. I
wonder if Oliveira can start using IVs now, maybe get a better weight cut.
That's true.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the one time we saw Oliveira pissed was when he fought Justin Gaethje, and he tipped the scales and he didn't weigh in right, even though he weighed in at the perfect amount in the backstage scale. And he was fucking pissed because he got stripped. And he went out there and finished Gaethje in the first round.
I mean,
And I was like, wow, Oliveira looks fucking good.
it wasn't even close. Like,
Right.
and that's Justin Gaethje we're talking about.
He dropped Gaethje twice.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean?
That's
So,
nuts.
but then again, Darush has never been dropped. Darush's wrestling is very strong. So, like, when you think about Oliveira pulling guard so the guy can get on top of him, I mean, yeah, that's probably still going to work against a guy like Darush. But with Darush's wrestling, it might backfire because Darush might fucking hold him there, get some ground and pound, and just win rounds that way. You know what I mean? Darush, this is a 3-round fight. So it's like, do you go for a finish if you're Darush, or do you try to win on cards? Because Oliveira can be dangerous. Any moment he can cinch up a choke or he can have a straight that knocks you down. So if you're Darush, you play for the cards. So like you do what he did against Tony and you hold him down for 3 rounds. Which with Darush's wrestling, I think he can do. It's a dangerous game playing against 3rd-degree black belt, but I think he can fucking do it.
I think that's exactly what it's going to be. I don't think he's going to chance it. And I think he knows that Oliveira just has a super chin, right?
Mhm.
And they both can't get knocked out as far as I'm concerned in that
I don't know
fight.
if I would say Oliveira has a super chin. We've seen him get knocked out plenty of times in his career. He got dropped twice by Makhachev, whose striking is better than we thought, so you got to give him a little asterisk there. But, like, I can see Darush dropping him. I don't know if I can see him finishing him.
I don't know. He's not going to get on top of him and arm and neck choke him like Makhachev did. I'll tell you that
No,
much.
I don't think so.
So that's not happening. And I don't think I just don't think he TKOs him. I think Oliveira will just sit there on his back and just wait and regain consciousness and just get back up and come right back at him like he did in all his other fights.
Oliveira is becoming kind of like a Tony Ferguson type boogeyman, where he just keeps taking shots, and keeps coming. And his ability to pull guard and get you into a fucking guard is ridiculous. But moving on to the one you said, actually, we're going to go on to this one because it's on the same card.
Yeah.
Sterling versus Cejudo has not been officially announced, but both sides have agreed to it. For UFC 288, May 6th. We've been talking about this for a while. I personally don't love this because I think this should be Sterling versus O'Malley. I think O'Malley's fucking earned a title shot. I don't know if O'Malley couldn't come to terms. I don't know if they just, like, Cejudo left as double champ. He gets a championship fight when he first comes back. I get that. I'm even in favor of it, but, like, at a certain time. Because I think O'Malley deserves the fucking title shot. So, that being said, Henry Cejudo is the only person in this division, barring Sterling's teammate, Jared Walsh-Willie, that could wrestle with Sterling. Like, no one else can. That being said, I don't think Sterling goes to the ground at all in this fight. Cejudo might try. Cejudo might try to get Sterling to the ground. But I think we're going to see Sterling strike more than any other fight. And shit, dude, he has like a 9-inch reach advantage in this fight, which is huge. I don't know if it's 9. I think it's like 8 maybe. I can look it up. But I want to say Sterling's 72 inches and Cejudo is 64.
You're just gassing him up. You're just getting him ready for all the other fighters in the division.
All right, so he has a 7-inch reach advantage.
Sean O'Malley would fuck up Henry Cejudo.
It wouldn't
I'm
even be
sorry.
close.
I don't think so. I
He
think
would fuck
Cejudo
him
would
up,
take him
dude.
to the ground and fuck him up on the ground. So, O'Malley has great jiu-jitsu, but Henry Cejudo is a Olympic gold medalist wrestler, which is a different fucking level.
I just don't think he's there
I just
anymore.
don't think he's there. Yeah, exactly. I
don't
really
think he's
think Sean
there.
O'Malley would
He
just fuck him up.
He took like 2.5 years off. You know what I mean? Like, if we think John Jones is still there, I think Henry Cejudo is still there. So Cejudo's been training with Jones.
This is John Jones.
It's Henry Cejudo.
This is John Jones.
I don't know.
Talking about
I
Henry
agree with
Cejudo,
you.
who fought in a way shittier division back in the day.
Mhm.
You know,
And I still think DJ Demetrius Johnson fucks him up now, Cejudo. I was watching videos of them sparring earlier.
Yep.
It didn't even look fucking close.
They actually have,
DJ's talking a bunch of shit like, you could be Goku and I'll be Vegeta.
Mhm.
Like, I love that character, and he's fucking him up.
they actually had a podcast not too long ago that was really interesting. And they're like they're good friends now, and they have had camps together for DJ. Like Cejudo's helped DJ train because DJ's at 1FC now. He had a couple fights with Rod Tang,
Yeah.
who's like one of the mythical fighters of 1FC, who's like never been knocked down or some shit.
They did 3 rounds kickboxing, 3 rounds MMA, right?
Yeah.
Or something like that.
And I mean, Demetrius Johnson's still at the top of his fucking game. Pound for pound, one of the greatest ever. And Henry Cejudo hung in there with him. He won the split decision, the only person to beat DJ in the UFC. Very close fight. People think DJ won. If that doesn't happen, we might not even be talking about Henry Cejudo. So that's another fucking great point.
Mhm.
And then he went to bantamweight and he beat Marlon Moraes and Dominic Cruz. Dominic Cruz on a 2-year layoff. So like, Marlon Moraes was a savage back in the day. Like when Cejudo beat him, Marlon Moraes was a lot better than what we think of him right now. But I will give you that Cejudo definitely has a very, like when I did the GOAT list that we were talking about last week, I put a fucking like 6.5 for his era that he fought in, his competition, because he fought nobody's basically, especially in the flyweight division. But I do think that his wrestling, now that he's going up to bantamweight and he's had a lot of time to get his body right and he's been training nonstop, he's never stopped training. He even flew out. He did ELFC for a while and was fucking with Khabib and all those guys. I think that it's an interesting matchup. That being said, I'm taking Sterling. Like 100%. I'm taking
Eagle
Sterling.
FC, dude. What the fuck happened to that?
They're still putting out fights.
Really?
Yeah, I swear to God.
In Russia?
Yep.
Wow.
Just haven't heard of them.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Fucking Russia.
I think Sterling's
Might be
reach
nothing
advantage
soon.
and his ability to like not negate. I think I would give the wrestling advantage to Cejudo, but I don't think that it will be much of an advantage at all. In a 5-round fight, I can see Sterling winning at least 3 rounds.
Sterling's the best he's ever felt in his life after
Yeah.
that neck surgery. He's not losing to Cejudo. It's not even going to be close, I feel like.
Yeah, he had what? He had stem cell done on his arm too to fix his torn bicep. So he got his neck fixed. He got his bicep fixed. He's feeling good. What I find interesting about this fight, first of all, I didn't get your takes on it. Who do you guys have? I think you said Sterling.
Sterling.
Yeah, I
Sterling.
will say Sterling as well. I just don't think it's going to be.
I think Cejudo's in a bad spot here. Possibly, but probably. Because if Cejudo doesn't beat Sterling, what does he do? Does he retire again? Is he coming back for one fight? You know what I mean?
He should have fought.
How is that good for
O'Malley
the?
first.
He should have. It would have been.
Well,
Mm,
here's what's interesting.
it's weird that he.
I believe
Straight shot.
that if Sterling beats Cejudo, which we all think he will, Sterling moves up. I think that Sterling goes up a division.
He says he won't.
He says he will.
No.
He said that he will.
After the fight, when he said Volkanovski, he like tweeted like a gift of like,
Oh,
the
but
guy
I'm not fucking doing
disappearing.
it. Yeah.
yeah. He's like, no, I'm not. But he could.
But at the same, well, okay,
Yeah,
so
interim.
I believe
Interim
that.
title.
But at the same time, you have Sterling that's always said, my teammate's #1 contender. I want to leave the division so he can be champ. Like that's his. Wallace Willie and Sterling are like best friends. They've trained together in Rochester, New York. I can't think of the fucking name of the gym right now. Forever. And Wallace Willie's #1 contender, or Sean O'Malley's #1 contender. Wallace Willie's 2. We do have the Fight Night main event of Piotr Jan versus Mir Wallace Willie coming up soon, March 11th, I believe. The Fight Night after 285. Just for, throwing that out there.
Yeah.
But
Who wins? Yeah, Sean O'Malley versus
Walsh Willie?
Yeah, Walsh Willie.
I think Aljo does. Aljo's so big for that
Wait,
division.
No, Walsh Willie.
Walsh Willie.
Al-
Aljo
Sean,
versus Walsh Willie?
No,
No,
Oh,
Sean.
O'Malley versus Walsh Willie.
Yeah.
Listen, Walsh Willie
That
is the
Tough.
Tyron Woodley type fighter of he just wrestles and clinches you for control time. Like his last win against, I can't think of it right now. His last win, he had a 3-round fight and he had like 12 minutes of control time because that's all he fucking did was just hold the person down. Jose Aldo. That's all he fucking did. Just held him down.
Interesting.
It's very tough.
And so I like Sean O'Malley's. He got held down by Piotr Jan for a round, and I think Walsh Willie is better wrestling than Jan. He almost definitely does. So like, if Sean O'Malley can keep him at reach, if Sean O'Malley could knock him out, which I believe Sean O'Malley could, I think he can knock out anybody in that division. I would definitely be rooting for O'Malley because he's way more exciting. I like him way more. I think Merab's fucking boring. Even though he puts tweets out about him hanging out with chicks in bikinis all the time, which I think is hilarious.
You got in trouble for that. That was awesome.
I think Walsh Willie would probably beat O'Malley because I think he would just fucking snuff him out and hold him down and do nothing, but just get control time.
Yeah.
Which is sucks.
It really does.
But that's in the fucking rules. You know, you can't knock him for it. You kind of can, but you can't really.
If that fight were to happen, I probably would take Sean. I think the hype is real.
I think I would take Sean.
And I just think that if it was for the title, I feel like he would just get it and he would be able to keep him at reach. For whatever reason, I don't know. But I don't know.
I would go with Sean. I would go with Sean too. Just because I bet the reach is a factor and more power.
Yeah, definitely quicker striking.
Here's what I don't like about the bantamweight division. We've been talking about the bantamweight division for 2 years now, and have said that this is, if not the best division in the UFC, but the second best. Like it's been like, is featherweight better? It's probably bantamweight. Lately, it has been bantamweight.
Yeah.
And you have Vera versus Sandhagen coming up in a couple weeks. You have Jan versus Walsh Willie coming up in a couple weeks. You have Sean O'Malley, number one contender, who just beat Piotr Jan and looks like, oh shit, he's actually the real fucking deal. And you have Sterling accepting a fight against TJ Dillashaw, who had one fight in 3 years and came in on a fucking torn rotator cuff, whatever the fuck he had, dislocated shoulder. And then you have him fighting Henry Cejudo, who hasn't fought in 3 years. Like, not for nothing, but Sterling, I don't want to say he's ducking, because I don't think he's ducking, but I think he's picking and choosing.
He definitely picked this fight 100%.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Yo, of course he picked this fight.
You think the UFC wouldn't? The UFC's not like, we have Sean O'Malley, who's arguably the greatest entertainment, biggest pay-per-view sales guy possibly on the roster.
For bantamweight.
At least for bantamweight, definitely. But he's up there for one of the most marketable guys in the whole UFC.
100%.
Yeah, probably.
Smoking weed, fucking
YouTube
training,
channel, doing all this shit.
Boys.
Snapchat,
100%.
hanging out with his
He does so
daughter,
much
running
shit.
around.
Snapchat, yeah, I like
Sean
his
I
O'Malley.
love his Snapchat.
Sean
bro.
O'Malley and Aljo could main event Madison Square Garden. Easily. And sell out the fucking arena.
You think that does a lot in pay-per-views, though?
Aljo versus Sean?
I don't know.
It depends on who's out.
Well, here's the thing. If the UFC
No,
continues
that's what I mean. Like,
marketing
he's
the
so
way they are,
marketable,
Yeah.
but
The
UFC's
like,
not
at the
gonna
same
push him.
time, it's like, man, like who's? I don't know. Like, what's it
I hear
do?
you.
Like, what's it do? Like $500,000? Like, or like that's a lot.
UFC 284 did 900 something thousand buys, which is the most in a while.
Islam, folk.
It would be less than that. It would be less than that.
Australia.
First
But,
card
like,
back in Australia.
Are we
3
sure
years.
it would do less than that? Like, it probably would, but like, you know, I think it might be cool. That Sean O'Malley main event for a championship is fucking marketable, 100%.
Yeah.
And Aljo would play
He
a bad
better-
guy. He'd talk shit,
Yeah, Sean
He would.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would.
and I think Cejudo will too. I think we'll see a decent, not a feud, but like I think we'll see decent back and forth between these
This
two.
is
Cejudo's a
when
little cringy, but I definitely think that you are right.
This
he
is
he
when
definitely wants to.
Dana White
Push
should
it
do a
back.
tournament.
100, dude. I'm in favor of tournaments for anything.
But
You
this
hit
is
the
like-
nail on the head.
I know, but this is the perfect scenario. Like, do Sterling Cejudo, and on the same card, that'll be the main event. The co-main, which will also be a 5-round fight, would be Sean O'Malley versus whoever.
Cheeto Vera.
Cheeto Vera. Cheeto Vera would be fucking really interesting. That would
Cheeto
fucking
Vera.
sell.
Do Wallace Willie versus Jan like you're gonna do. Do
Yeah.
Corey Sandhagen versus fucking Song Yadong, who's a big fighter in that division.
That's your main.
And-
That's your main card. That's your main card right there.
And
That's your pay-per-view.
don't forget about the guys that everyone's ducking in this division. Umar and Said Nurmagomedov, who can't get fights to save their fucking life because no one wants to fucking fight them.
True. I think because they're juicing and they're IVing.
Possibly. I think it's because they're both undefeated. Or no, I think Saeed's like 19-1.
Hey,
Umar's
IVing,
18-0.
Zach. They put a little IV.
I mean, who's to say they aren't?
Dude,
all different.
Zabit Magomed Sharapov. What would that guy be? He was a bantamweight as well.
Featherweight.
Where was he? Featherweight.
Yeah.
Where would he be in this?
We talked about that. Zabit
Is he a
versus.
goat? I thought he was in this division. That's why I fucked this whole
Featherweight.
thing up. But yeah, that
don't
guy. Would he be
It's a good.
top contender champion? Would Volk be champion? Would Volk be fighting in a lightweight?
You
And
know
not-
what? Zabit and Max Holloway are so fucking similar that except for the fact that Zabit gasses out. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Zabit does gas out. But I think he'd be top 3. I think it'd be Volk, Holloway, Zabit.
I think he would submit Max Holloway.
I think he would too. I don't know if he ever he wasn't a fucking wrestler though. He had wrestling because he was in that camp.
He got that weird submission. He got
Did
a
he?
twister.
Then yeah, I think he would be very,
think he
very
would.
good. But that's a tough division to get in the top couple. I think
He
Yair
was in the top
Rodriguez.
3, wasn't he?
I
He was in
think-
the top 5. When
Yes, he was number 3 when he left. Or he was in top 5. We'll say that. I think Yair Rodriguez gets beaten the shit out of by Volkanovski. I love Yair,
Dude.
I think
and
he's gonna get knocked out.
he
honestly.
showed that he has submission against Josh Emmett, which I thought was really great. But he doesn't belong in
Don't
that top
fucking
3.
matter. I
That
don't care.
division is so fucking nasty.
Yeah, like
round
that's
and
such
pound
scripted.
TKO. Volk.
But anyway, going back to the bantamweight thing, I love that idea. You could totally make a card.
A main
around.
card. Those fights.
That would really sell too, because everybody loves those fighters. It would just be
People would
perfect.
follow that card. They would buy the fuck out of that card.
And you know what?
I
And
feel
you
like
could
everybody
do
knows one name in that division.
you could do that. I mean, it's tough
And
to say
the
you
other
could do that for every division because you got to have some kind of fights that work their way. We'll have this pay-per-view is a welterweight tournament, but we're gonna have one heavyweight fight because it's got lined up perfectly for that. So you could do that. You could throw one non-division. But you can do that with every fucking division. It would be awesome. The only problem is you would have guys right outside the top 8 saying, "Oh, I don't have a chance. I'm not in the total picture. It's hard for me to get in there."
I would say this would be like a
Which is valid.
2-year.
It's bitchy, but it's valid.
A 2-year.
cares?
You're gonna stall the division though. See, that's the one thing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The guys out of the top
That's
10.
what
If you
I'm
make that tournament, it is like a 2-year thing because you got to think it's 4 pay-per-views with each being 5
2
months
years.
away from each other,
Yeah.
right?
Which would be epic.
But it would be so fucking cool.
It would be epic.
So you would have Sterling versus Cejudo, O'Malley versus Vera, Jan versus Wallace Willie, and Sandhagen versus Yadong. There's your 8 right there. That's a great fucking tournament. And you can even space it out so you can have the number 1 seed Sterling face the number 8 seed
Dude,
Yadong.
you could have it so you fucking fuck the champion. This could be its own belt or something. I don't even know. You could even draw a name, pick a fucking number out of a hat.
Yeah.
And you pick the same number. That's who you're fighting.
Yeah,
That would be sick.
that would be.
That would be so marketable.
And UFC could broadcast the picking of it on their own show and make sponsorships out of that.
Dude, they
Hey,
could a
PFL.
live press conference like they did before.
Yeah,
PFL, hit us up.
right.
We got some ideas for you.
Right. It's not
Dude.
that hard. Listen, this shit's
It's
not.
not.
that hard. The UFC they're
Well,
a
it's hard.
business.
It's hard to get to that point, but
Right,
they can
100%.
do it. He just
Dana
doesn't
White's been
want it.
doing it this way for a while. He doesn't want to fuck up.
He doesn't want to innovate. He's comfortable.
It's
just
fair.
his
signed
own
his
system, though.
multi-million dollar,
Hey,
billion dollar
Just
his
got
system
deal
works.
again.
almost a million pay-per-view buys.
But
He's
his system
sitting
works.
fine. Yep, it does.
But it could be a lot better
But I would love
in
to
many
see
other
that.
aspects.
I would love to see that. And I'm not gonna lie to you, this division's really stacked. Dude, Sterling probably would win that tournament. I'm not gonna lie to you. O'Malley's up there, Jan's up there, because I still think Jan is one of these top guys. I also want to see O'Malley Vera 2 before O'Malley fights for the title, because I just really want to see that fucking fight.
Mm.
And I think if Vera beats Sandhagen, which happens March 18th, I believe, UFC San Antonio. I think it's March 18th. Then I think we see O'Malley versus Vera end of the summer, August, something like that. Winner fight Sterling. If O'Malley's down for that, because O'Malley could just be like,
no,
fuck you, I'm going for the title my next fight. I don't know,
Mhm.
whatever happens, which he has every right to do.
You
He
sure?
definitely.
I
should.
think O'Malley could use an extra year of training wrestling and jiu-jitsu, especially fighting a guy like Vera who has ability on the ground before he gets into the octagon with Sterling, though. Because I really think Sterling takes him down and fucks him up on the ground.
Hey, Sean O'Malley be eating good. He trains
Mm-hmm.
every day. He's with his family. He don't be really going out. Yo, that dude, he be training.
He's the real fucking deal.
He be training.
He really
dude.
is.
I don't know. I do think if he faces a wrestler, and I will bet against him, I do not care. If he faces a good wrestler, that is insane. Wallace Shirley, maybe there, maybe not. The reach advantage is kind of crazy, but if there's a good wrestler coming up, I think they will beat him. Without a doubt in my mind. Without a doubt.
And that's why I think the Nurmagomedovs in this division. Give it 2 years.
Ding, ding, ding.
Give it
Fucking
2 years, and I think
hit the
we
nail on
might
the head.
see.
Absolutely.
We could see like Umar bantamweight champ, Saeed move up to be featherweight champ if he beats Volk, which is
No.
if. Makachev be lightweight champ. Think about this: we could see Ankalaev be light heavyweight champ.
I guarantee you that Khabib's father's plan was for that to happen.
100%.
100%.
The amount of talent that he got
Mhm.
that is going to. And imagine if fucking Khabib was still in there, which I'm sure was his father's
Khabib would have
plan.
fought Usman
Khabib would have moved up. Yeah.
and fought Usman 100%,
and
and that would have been
in.
a fucking
Well,
crazy
Khabib and
fight.
Usman are also very tight. Like
Yeah,
I don't know
but
if
that would have been that would have happened.
that would have been.
If his dad was still alive
if-
today,
if
if
that
that
were the
healthy,
case-
his dad's still gonna live.
And
for
I
5,
think
10
those
years.
two would be of the opinion of like, this is a fucking legacy fight. Like, I want to see who the best ever is.
Exactly.
So fuck it, let's do it. I think they would have a lot of
And
mutual
Khabib
respect.
would win.
Definitely.
I think
Probably,
Usman
probably.
is
Usman
is very similar to Conor McGregor.
knees
Yeah,
are fucked.
I think.
I've been reading a lot more into this because it's been coming up a lot lately.
Mm.
His knees are in really bad shape. He has to walk downstairs backwards. He really can't walk on concrete.
Who?
Usman.
I don't really.
Usman's knees are
I don't get that.
fucked up bad.
I don't get that.
And it's been like this for
He has to
over
walk
for
up-
like 2 years.
He has to walk upstairs backwards.
So walk downstairs backwards. Because it's more force going down because you're like driving your leg downwards, I guess. But yeah, his knees
How?
are fucked.
How are they that bad? Like, what did he do? Just walk on his knees for
He
years?
was I don't know. It just happens through
I know,
training,
right?
I guess, and wrestling and stuff. Bilal Muhammad makes a great point on the Jerry podcast. If you ever watch him grapple, which he did with Leon a couple times, which he did with Tyron Woodley, and even clinch work, it's all upper body grappling. He rarely ever uses his legs when he grapples at all. And I was like, that's a really fucking interesting point. I went back and watched some footage, and he's totally spot on. He doesn't use his legs. He doesn't even really kick that much. Kamaru Usman doesn't leg kick.
No.
He'll body kick. He throws pretty intense body kicks. And his upper body's fucking...
He's
Whoa.
yoked.
He is jacked. And his legs are, like, kind of jacked. So that's a very huge point. And I gotta tell
He'll
you...
still beat Kobe, dude. Like, that's what I mean.
Oh, yeah, he's been doing this for 2 years.
Mm.
So, like, I don't think it's that much of an issue, but I gotta tell you, it almost makes me second guess him against Usman. Still against Edwards. I'm still betting on him against Edwards. Definitely. But I'm like more leaning towards Edwards now.
I might have to bet on
He's
Edwards, dude. Yeah, because I don't really know.
also plus 220.
I know.
Oh,
And for a fight that he just won, he fought his worst fight and he fucking won. And I know it was like a last minute buzzer beater. But yo, if he just chops his fucking legs out, or Usman goes out there and he beats him in 2 rounds.
Well, that's the thing I'm thinking about. Now that it's coming out so fucking much, and Leon trains in England, so there's a chance that Leon really didn't even know about the knees. You know, we didn't fucking know about it, but Leon's more in the know, so like he probably knew something
It
about
should
it.
be in England,
But like, what?
that fight.
It is in England.
It is, okay.
Yeah, it's at Wembley, dude.
Yeah.
They're gonna have like 90,000 people at this fucking pay-per-view. 286.
Oh, I wish I could go.
That is so
Outrage,
awesome.
dude. It's going to be nuts.
Front row.
Not only that, but they're gonna have Gaethje Fiziev right before, so it's gonna be banger, and then Leon comes out. It's the atmosphere.
I want to go.
Ridiculous, dude. Patty Pimblett gonna be front row 100%.
Oh my god.
But like, what if now Leon's game plan is chopping the fucking legs? What if he leg kicks Usman 15, 20 times in the first 2 rounds?
Leg kick. TKO.
Go to round 4 and 5. Usman's gonna be on an island, possibly. And that's when he gets head kicked into oblivion in the last minute again. I can see it happening. I'm still betting on Usman. But, like, I'm now thinking about it, like, dude, Edwards has way better of a chance than I thought now.
And Edwards is really good all around, too.
Edwards shown that his wrestling's on par. Fucking mounted Usman and took his back for 2 minutes. I'm still not ready to say Edwards' wrestling is better. But shit, like, this whole concept of Usman's wrestling has never really been proven either. Like, everybody says he's such a great wrestler, and yeah, he out-grappled Tyron Woodley 4 years ago, and Woodley is a great grappler, like he really was. So that was a really impressive performance. But since then, Usman doesn't wrestle at all. You know, he had the takedown defense against Colby. That was impressive. I think he stuffed 1 takedown from Gilbert. You know,
Gilbert.
But it's just
Gilbert.
It's the prowess that never has been proven, at least to the fucking outsiders like us. You know, so maybe his wrestling isn't that great. Maybe he's fallen off a step, possibly. It's an interesting fight. It's very interesting, and that crowd may be a factor.
100%.
They're gonna be.
Dude, they don't boo either. And when the fight gets boring, they just do that shit. It's way better. You go to America, they fucking
crazy.
boo half the time, dude.
No.
It's so frustrating.
When he comes out to that fucking
Walks in there with them.
they're gonna be fucking going nuts. It's gonna be awesome. All right, last one of the new events, and then we're gonna get into the fucking title of this afterwards. Sergey Pavlovich versus Curtis Blades has been announced for a fight night main event on April 22nd. I find that very interesting because I think if I'm Sergey, I want a fucking 3-round fight. I don't want to go 5 rounds with Curtis Blades. Think about that.
It's not going 5 rounds.
It is not going 5. It's not going 3 rounds.
Well, I think I agree with you, but if Curtis keeps his distance, takes Pavlovich down, and brings it into 3, 4, and 5, Blades is going to murder him, I think.
Yeah.
If this fight gets out of the first round, Pavlovich instantly becomes like plus 250.
Pavlovich is
gonna knock him out.
Derek Lewis power, and we saw what
He's
happened.
the Russian. He's not even Derek Lewis. He's Ngannou. He's the Russian Ngannou.
Yeah, he might be.
And his only loss was in the UFC to Alistair Overeem, who is a kickboxer. And Overeem took him down for 4 minutes and TKO'd him on the ground.
He beat Pavlovich?
How long ago?
Overeem. A couple of years ago. Because Pavlovich took like a 2-year break before last year when he had the 3 fights and became fucking holy shit, Sergey Pavlovich.
Mm.
So he took a 2-year break before that. So this was probably 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, I'm going to go Pavlovich.
So you think about it, Curtis Blades got knocked out by Derek Lewis not too long ago. He shot for a takedown, got uppercutted, and knocked the fuck out. Sergey is so
Derek Lewis power.
fucking stiff, though. Oh my god! If you get into a slugging match, it's over for
done.
you.
And I
But
feel
Curtis,
like
I don't think will do that.
I don't think he's gonna have a choice in the first minute and a half.
But if Pavlovich blows his load in the first minute and a half, it could be it.
We'll see.
We'll see. That's a really interesting fight. The winner of this will.
Just stuck on what he just.
I will bet in the first minute of that fight.
Oh,
the
yeah.
First 2 minutes of that fight.
Sergey's last 2 wins have been first minute.
100%.
I'm either betting
Nope.
first minute or Blades decision.
Yeah, right.
That's literally it. Those are the 2 bets on that fight.
Right.
That are worth taking for like the
Mhm.
cash. You know,
I
like,
think that
Blades'
first
decisions
minute
insane.
knockout. Do you guys know, or first minute finish? Do you guys know what the odds usually are on something like that? I would assume it's like plus 800.
No, it's not.
I don't
not
even
like that.
know. It's
It's like plus 800,
ridiculous.
some plus 4, plus 5, plus 800. Depends on the fighter.
I'm going to say for a Pavlovich Blade, it's going to be like plus 250, maybe.
Maybe.
It's 200.
I'd say even less.
It's still worth taking, I think.
I'll
Pavlovich.
bet for 2 minutes. I'll bet between 1 minute and 1:59.
And you think when this fight comes out, we're gonna have FanDuel, so we might have some extra shit to bet on.
Perfect. They're doing $100 free sign-on bonus.
Oh yeah.
Early, yeah.
Yeah, and you can cash out early. So if you got a parlay, you just like, I'm done.
Yeah, but you gotta
Really?
you gotta do it before
The fight starts. Yeah, of course. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You got a 10-teamer and you get like 8 of them hit. You're just like, fuck it, I'm gonna cash out.
Yeah, but
That's interesting.
the amount
like
is
that.
probably a fraction of
Oh,
what
I
it would be if
bet
it
it
hit.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. If you got a 10-teamer that's like 5,000, you cash out at 8, you're probably gonna get like maybe a
Plus
grand.
1,000 though.
Yeah, I'll take the fucking
That's
grand.
good, bro.
Might as well. I would
Great,
too.
dude.
Especially if you know you're like not feeling.
I don't know,
last
but what
leg.
if you cash
Oh.
out and then they win and then you're like, oh
Yeah,
no,
Right.
That's the name of the game.
That's like leaving the casino and then the ball hits red. You're just like,
Yeah, right.
fuck, but at
It's
least I'm walking
green
out with
when you were
money.
betting on green.
Yeah,
all
right,
right.
year, yeah.
Oh,
right.
$5 grand, 1,000. I'm like,
Hmm.
oh my god, I would. Oh, $5 grand. That would be. I would much rather have $5 grand than 1,000. I think I'd bet the 1,000 to try and get $5 grand.
And that's why I
I'd
feel
bet
like
500. If I get 1,000,
You
And I
can't.
cash
The fight's
out.
already done.
yeah, if you do it the right way, you can take out your 1,000 and put your 500 on the next 2 fights that you're gonna do.
live bet.
Yeah, 2,000.
Are you gonna be able to live bet on FanDuel?
That's not the point though. 2,000 or
That-
5,000.
I would imagine.
That's
I
a
believe
What's
so.
more, 2,000?
Oh no, I completely get where you're coming from.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
That's it. That's an interesting point. You're gonna be able to live bet now on FanDuel.
You can live bet fights. Dude, live betting's the way to go. I feel you can just judge the fight. Like you can look at
Very
like how
well.
their body language and how they're fighting and be like,
You see a
that
guy.
dude's winning.
You see a guy that won the first round, but he's getting gassed and he's still at plus 180 or minus 180. I'll take the guy that's fucking on the up and up.
plus 220.
Yeah.
You know, he's
I feel like you saw
as
that.
a fighter better in the end. You know.
Yeah, I feel like you saw that in the Blanchfield Andrade fight. Like
Yes.
she came out, you were like, dude, Andrade is gonna beat the hell out of her, and then all of a sudden you were like,
Oh, she
Holy
got
shit.
gassed.
Blanchfield's gonna fucking win.
Blanchfield strike. Oh shit, Blanchfield can box.
She
What
can,
the fuck?
She can just fucking hit people. She's good with
Yeah.
the striking.
Dude,
Yeah.
Dude, Aaron Blanchfield.
Yeah.
She was countering, and you know what?
But
she
you
was.
compare that to Shevchenko and who she
No,
has to
it's
face.
not even gonna be
It's
close.
not-
Yeah, I know it's not even gonna be close. But you know what? It still was a good performance.
Yeah.
She is a beast, and Andrade is no slouch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Eric Blanchfield, I'll take you out to dinner.
Buy you a drink.
I'll
Aaron-
take you out to dinner.
Aaron Blanchfield is 6 months younger than John Jones was, or 4 months younger than John Jones was when he won the title.
Are you saying that Dana White is fixing it so she can come in, beat Shevchenko, and have a better legacy than the greatest of all time?
Well,
in the
here's
end?
here's something.
Is this a conspiracy?
Yes.
If Grasso were to get injured before March 4th, and Aaron Blanchfield stepped in, she'd have a chance. That would be her only chance. But I don't think that'll happen, and I think that's a terrible fucking move for Blanchfield.
100%.
I think Shevchenko's fucking up Aaron Blanchfield right now.
100%.
But if Dana White's like, hey, Shevchenko in the back room, you know,
I'll
takes her
give you
into-
extra milk.
takes her into
take
the
the
corner,
guard.
you're like, hey, you had your run, you're the greatest of all time, but you're
Step
dethroned now.
down.
You're dethroned.
I'm the
You will
captain.
face this girl 3 times and lose all 3 because I said so.
All 3.
All 3.
Nah, fuck that. Have Blanchfield win the first.
No,
Have
when
Shevchenko win the second, and then put a trilogy.
Shevchenko, Dana White's gonna be like, okay, this is how I'm gonna let you get paid. When you go to retire, we're gonna stack it up so you're making another run, and you go to retire, you face her again for the 3rd time, lost. See you later. Retire at the top.
Just throw on a quick hey, I'll give you $2 million. Take a dive.
It's just,
Yeah, I mean,
we
come
can
on.
do conspiracy. Hey, we can do conspiracy theories all day.
I never
This
paid
could
you
happen.
this much.
This could happen.
Retire.
John Jones is not the greatest of all time anymore. There's a girl named Eric.
Aaron.
Her
Her name is Eric.
Aaron Blanchfield is going to be the pound for pound greatest fighter the UFC has ever seen in the history. Because John Jones is going to lose to CIRYL. John Jones is going to retire, and then It's Eric Blanch.
On
Aaron.
on the same
Aaron,
card. On the
not
same
Eric.
card.
No, on the same card. It is Aaron Blanchfield's time to come up
She will beat
and
Shevchenko.
conquer it all. She will put
She'll
John
beat
Jones.
Shevchenko twice. Then she'll move up and beat Nunes for the double title when Nunes is 39.
No,
then
she
she
will.
will
She John
Ultimate.
Jones
And then she'll
She
beat
will-
Ronda Rousey.
decimate John Jones' title defense run. Decimate.
Decimate it.
Yeah.
26 fights in a row.
A
All
dot.
title defenses.
A dot on a fucking screen.
Mhm.
That is all John Jones. That's all he'll be.
John
Eric
who?
Blanchfield is. Yeah, exactly.
John who?
Aaron Blanchfield is going to
It's not Slash.
take over.
It's not Slash.
No,
it's
it's
Aaron.
Slash now. Going to take over the
Aaron.
UFC. Watch. He's gonna take over.
That's quite a hot take. It's quite a hot take. Aaron Blanchfield will be the GOAT.
Of
And
all
then
time.
we'll be talking about Cejudo versus Blanchfield.
Of all time, yo, that tweet might get like 20,000 likes.
Probably.
Eric Blanchfield.
Eric Blanchfield. You gotta misspell it on the tweet.
Blanchfield.
You gotta misspell it on the tweet.
Yeah. Aaron with an S. No. I mean Eric. Yeah, whatever. You know, C. C in parentheses. Come on. we
Here's
gotta
some
see
interesting
this.
news.
We gotta see this. John Jones versus Aaron Blanchfield.
CIRYL split decision. Split decision.
Aaron Blanchfield under a minute. There we go.
Aaron Blanchfield by split decision
Sub.
plus
Sub, yeah.
78,000.
Rear naked choke. John
Rear
Jones is
naked.
Aaron Blanchfield is 5'2".
he's going. That's John Jones' reach.
Aaron Blanchfield, what's her reach?
Wow, there's the goat.
She has a 68-inch reach. So John Jones would have a 17-inch reach advantage.
That's it? Oh, she
That's
got that all
Foot
day,
and a
bro.
half.
Look at Aaron,
That's it.
cold-blooded.
Aaron Cold-blooded Blanchfield.
Aaron,
See
cold-blooded
that?
Blanchfield.
See that right there? That's an N.
Nah.
That's an N.
C in parentheses.
So
She can be
CIRYL
whatever she
GANE
wants.
has come out and publicly stated,
I'm lazy.
I'm lazy. I do not train in between fights. That Tai Tuivasa fight, I barely trained for. I started training when the fight was announced. And he's fighting.
Sounds like Mike Tyson.
And he's fighting in 10 days. John Jones is coming back in 10 days, by the way. 10.
You see the number?
I
Don't.
haven't seen it lately.
Don't.
Why?
Pitiful.
Why?
No.
You could have got him at minus
Dude,
135.
it did not go up that much. Don't tell me that.
You could have got him at minus 135, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh.
And now you are
man.
at minus 170. Minus 135 to minus 170. You could have made generational wealth, and here you are crying in the corner,
Usman's number gone down. He was
watching the
minus
number
265.
going up. And it will be at minus 200, I can guarantee that.
Yeah, I'll take him at that. I'll take Usman. No, it won't. I'll take him on parlays. Not straight.
No, John
taking
Jones.
Usman at minus. Oh, his number's gonna go up.
Yeah, minus 200.
Mhm.
You can lose your money on Usman, and I am going to, like I said, make generational wealth. Generational wealth on Leon Edwards and John Jones. Running to the bank. Bank of
Are
Newport.
you,
It's right down
are
the
you
road.
telling me you're taking Leon Edwards now?
I'm gonna take whoever I want, Zach, and you can't tell me otherwise.
No, you're taking Usman. I'm demanding it.
Interesting.
Demanding it.
I'm gonna take
Must.
whatever
Does this?
Dylan Furtado doesn't take.
Does-
That's
No, wasn't it Colby? It was Colby for a while. We fucking faded Colby for like 3 months and won every bet. or
yeah,
some
dude.
shit.
We faded him, dude. We
Dude,
faded him
every time you're like, who are you going for? You're going for McGregor? All right, Poirier. Thank you. Poirier.
heavy. Dude,
100%.
Every time.
I did that and made a bag. 100%.
He was
Poor
cold.
kid.
He was
Shout out
cold for
Colby.
a while, dude.
Shout out
kid.
Colby.
No, he's a good kid.
He is.
So John Jones, who's been training nonstop for 3 years, will be taking on CIRYL GANE, who's been training for this fight now for a month.
Ha ha ha. That's what I think. CIRYL GANE is in for the biggest ass whooping he is ever going to see, other than what Aaron Blanchfield is going to do in the future. He is going to put the biggest ass whooping on CIRYL GANE, and if he doesn't, you know who's next. You know who's next. I've already said it 20 times. You know who's coming up next.
For heavyweights?
No, for the GOAT.
Aaron
Blanchfield,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
But
Aaron.
I give CIRYL GANE a 17% chance. I was going to say 15. but I'm gonna give him 2% more. I'm gonna say 17%.
Let me say this.
And if not, 0.
Let me say this.
Mm.
John Jones has never felt a full strike from a heavyweight before, and CIRYL GANE is a damn good striker. He is. I believe that we are in for John Jones' best wrestling performance ever. I think John Jones will have 7 takedowns against CIRYL GANE.
I don't think he's gonna break a sweat. I think there will not be one drop of
Sub-minute
sweat
finish?
that
Minute finish?
He might need this dude in the jaw. I don't know what's gonna happen, but he will not break his. The only sweat that he's gonna be sweating is in the back room, and I hope they wipe him off with a towel when he cools down, because there's not one drop of sweat that's gonna fall into that octagon on Saturday night. John Jones.
You're giving CIRYL GANE a 17% chance.
17-0.
That means that you believe he is a 6-1 under.
Not 0 to 17. 17 to 0% chance. He's only gonna get worse as the fight goes on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Not 0 to 17. 17 to 0. The big
10
difference.
days.
Big.
10 fucking days. It's been 3 years now, by the way. He fought Dominic Reyes February 20th, 2020. It was the last time we saw John Jones.
Guys, I'm getting a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh my God, here we go.
The number keeps going up. He's throwing a lot of sus shit out there. I'm not liking it.
I don't like how nice he's being about DC. I don't like that.
I don't like any of it.
You wanna know why? Because it's a smack in the face if he wins the championship to DC. Because DC said in interviews that's one thing he can never take away from me, because you'll never be heavyweight champion.
Mhm.
Guess what, DC? He's getting you money now. You would not be sitting in that fucking commentating spot if it was for John Jones.
I don't know about that.
I know. I'm going a little.
No, I hear you. I don't think he'd still be there.
I know. I'm going a little overboard with that, but I'm just saying. He's gonna make a back on this
Yes,
fight. You know, he's
yes.
gonna make the UFC a lot of money coming back.
Do you think UFC 285 has more pay-per-view buys than 284?
100%.
Yeah, it better. It better.
10
If
days
it
out.
doesn't-
10 days out. I haven't heard shit from the UFC marketing this pay-per-view, by the way.
If it doesn't,
Anything.
it's bad
Less
marketing.
than Makhachev Volkanovski.
Bad marketing on Dana White.
He doesn't
Like I
have to
said-
market.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does. He has to schedule shit. He has to be posting shit
He has
out.
the ESPN deal. They do the marketing. Dana White sits back and fucking thumbs through his cash.
No, he doesn't. We both know he doesn't. And John Jones has been very active on Twitter.
Mhm.
Very active. So that's another aspect. That might draw in more people.
Mhm.
Dana White does not give him any fucking fights, which I said this before, any fucking fights beneath him
Mhm.
that makes you be like, whoa, I have to watch this fight. I'm more excited for this fight than John Jones. Like, it's almost like equal. Like, there's no other fight. And you're like,
I don't know. The Rachmanov fight's pretty fucking interesting. It's
nobody
not on
knows
John
who he
Jones
is,
level.
Zach.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
We do.
No,
We
they
do.
don't.
The casuals don't. We do.
Exactly. The people that are to draw more people in, like, there's no reason why Sean O'Malley shouldn't be on the co-main event. He would draw way
I
more
get
of a
that,
fan
but
base, a
they
younger
just
fan
couldn't
base.
schedule
in.
anything with O'Malley.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's
It's bullshit.
yeah, Dana White. Fuck you, Dana White. That's what I mean. Bad marketing. Bad marketing.
Because if John Jones was who he was, and he had the record of who he was, and he had the status of champion in 2 different divisions, and he was getting $1 million pay-per-view buys, you have to pay this guy
Not the
$8 million every fucking time.
He's not the champion in 2 divisions.
If he wins this fight, he will have been champion in 2 divisions.
Yeah, but he's not.
He's not champion.
He's not double champ.
No.
He's not like Daniel Cormier was.
That's what I meant. Like he would be a 2-division champion.
No.
He's not a simultaneous 2-division
No.
champion.
Yeah, but
He's
like
the
that was
champion.
what's more marketable.
Oh, championship
2-division
definitely.
champ.
Yeah, no.
That's what I
But
mean.
I'm still saying, like,
And
if he had all those accolades and he was getting $1 million pay-per-view
Yeah.
buys, he would have to get like $5 million every single fight he had.
And just to put into perspective, double champ DC does worse pay-per-view buys than single champ John Jones.
100%.
100%. So he is marketable, but it's like he has a ceiling, obviously.
You want to hear?
The guy's a fucking criminal.
You want to? Yeah. Andy's in Vegas.
That's what it boils
Andy's in
down
Vegas
to.
He's
for
a
the
fucking
fight.
criminal. Not like you're not a criminal, John. Like not like that.
No,
But
he
you've done
is.
criminal. No,
he is.
he's not. He's done his time. He's
He's
second
rehabilitated
chance.
for
Yeah,
sure.
he's not a criminal. He's done criminal shit. He's hit and run, pregnant. A lot of stuff that he said that he's been defeated in life, not in the octagon, which is a very true statement. He is the word. He battles himself the most.
That's his biggest opponent.
Biggest opponent.
His toughest challenger has been himself, 100%.
But that's what I worry about now, is because all of those demons are settled, right? And like,
This brings.
so where, like, you know how they talk about McGregor, and like when he was cold and hungry, he had that drive, and there was no beating him.
Mm-hmm.
And then he kind of got like
money,
famous.
got comfortable.
He got comfortable, and he was like, "Oh, DP, you're a very nice guy, man. I don't want to hurt this man," and blah blah blah.
It's a pretty good accent.
And then all of a sudden, he fucking like came back, and after he got knocked out, and that was what he needed to like fuel the fire again. And but he's still never been the same. I feel like.
So
We still
there's
get to
a
see,
very
Is
interesting.
it the
quote.
same way with John?
I don't like that a little more, honestly.
There's a very interesting quote
Oh,
Joe Rogan said. He said, "You don't get to be the greatest of all time by being a normal guy. John Jones is fucking wild, crazy man."
Joe Rogan.
And listen, dude, he's
How much did
definitely
that help his fighting? You know what I mean? Like,
How much should it hold him back? What if he's?
He could be 10% better. He could be 10% worse.
I don't think he's worse.
Because on that
think he's
ride where he didn't give a fuck, he trained for Alex Gustafsson for 3 weeks, maybe. He was partying every night. Do you know?
For all the fights,
Do
Zach,
you know
all the fights.
how much confidence and how large your balls gotta be to do that shit? And it's
the youngest champion ever.
It's reason
it's ridiculous.
to
It
think
really is.
that his confidence might not be as high as it was way back when.
Oh, I think it's even higher now.
It could be lower.
If you were thinking, I was beating up all those guys off of benders, and now I'm not doing that. I'm meditating. I got like a purpose in my life, and
Do you
like I'm
think,
just
though,
fucking training so hard.
Do you
And
think
I
that
I want to be the heavyweight
the
champion?
very,
He's
very
motivated.
close decisions to Dominic Reyes and Thiago Santos had an impact on him? Because who the fuck are Dominic Reyes and Thiago
No.
Santos now? And they
No.
both went to very close decisions with John. Dominic Reyes arguably beat him.
Well, he didn't. And I'm gonna say the same thing about Sean O'Malley and Piotr Jan. Sean O'Malley won. Say the same thing about all the other fights, all in a box. He's not losing.
I don't think he loses either. I just think that there's definitely a merit to what you said of like being hungry and driven and like, I got to fight this because I got to get paid. Like I need to put food on my motherfucking John Jones's family has all the food and clothing they want. And they have had that for a while. So you can't really use that as an excuse. Like he's been a very rich man for many years now. But he's a great example with Connor. Connor came back after a period of gap where he made a lot of money, and John didn't make a lot. He lost money, arguably. But like he made a gap and he came back and he wasn't as good. Connor's 1 for 4 in his last 4 fights. You know what I mean? I don't think we're going to see that with John. But it's an interesting study to put side by side of like, could John be in a frame of his career where like, I definitely don't think I shouldn't say that. I was going to say I don't think he's as good as he was when he was 28, but fuck it. Maybe he is because he's had 3 years to rehabilitate, get his body right. He's got his body acclimated to heavyweight the right way. He's fighting a guy, by the way, who doesn't train and barely wrestles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're fucking CIRYL GANE and you're serious about becoming heavyweight champion of the world, you get out-wrestled by Ngannou, and you're just like, oh, fuck it, I'll just wait for my next fight to train. How much wrestling training has he done?
Yeah, very good.
How much wrestling has that? If you look at Ngannou, listen, hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. That is a quote that will stand the test of time. And Ngannou and Gane were trained in the same facility in France when they were on the up and up.
Want to know what I think?
And Ngannou is one of the hardest working people their coaches had ever seen. Ngannou got wrestle fucked by Stipe the first time, his first loss. And he came back as a very much better wrestler. He did great wrestling against Stipe, took him, sprawled his takedown, rotated to back mount 2 different times, fucking him up on the ground, and then he proceeded to out-wrestle CIRYL GANE. And GANE got better at wrestling. CIRYL GANE doesn't train. So if I'm John Jones, I'm like, dude, you're going to the ground and you're fucking staying there. And if I want to, I can prove that I'm a better boxer than you too. I talked myself back into Jones. I was like leaning like maybe CIRYL GANE has a chance for a second, and now I'm like, no.
I just
fuck.
worry about the
17-0
power and the weight and the quickness and just him being able to get to the takedown. But I totally think you're right. I mean, I'm not gonna take anybody on the fight because
what?
It's
You're not?
No,
What?
I don't
What
want
the-
to. No,
You're not
I
gonna
don't
bet-
want to take.
you will
Jones.
never- all right, hang on.
No,
You will
No.
never see John Jones at
No.
this line ever again. Ever again. Ever again. You'll never see him.
maybe
The
I'll
guy's
take him in
lost 0.
parlays, but I will not straight
He's
bet
lost
him.
0
Absolutely not.
fights.
Mm-mm.
0. He's 26, 27-0. 27-0.
It's too long of a gap,
And he's
man.
minus 170.
The fight distance from now till his last fight and him
Oh.
almost losing to Reyes, bro.
Oh.
Reyes.
You will
You
never.
couldn't put Dominic
But remember,
Reyes away?
when he submits him in 2 minutes, you'll never see John Jones at minus 1. You'll never see him at minus 100 and anything ever again. He will always be minus 200, minus 300, minus 400 for the rest of his career.
I think there are other matchups in the heavyweight division.
Curtis Blades, come
It's an
on.
interesting matchup, yes.
No, he fucks him up.
Give it a year, and if Sergey does the right things, I could see Sergey being a very close battle, but it's the same thing. John Jones is going to wrestle him. John Jones is so complete. He is the most complete mixed martial artist, I'd argue, ever, besides George St. Pierre. George St. Pierre is probably more complete than him. But, like, that's the thing about John, is he is not the type of guy to be like, oh, you're a boxer, I'm going to wrestle you. Oh, you're a jiu-jitsu artist? I'm going to kickbox shit out of you and keep a distance and defend your takedowns. If you're a wrestler, he's going to try to out-wrestle you because that's in his head. Like, he wants to prove he's a better wrestler. If you're a boxer, he's going to try to outbox you. Which brings you to CIRYL GANE, who's a kickboxer. It would be apropos of John Jones to take him down, obviously, and he's even said that he wants to wrestle him, which I think is his
Multiple times.
best fucking advantage.
100%.
But if his track record proves anything, he's gonna he took Cormier down 5
That's
times.
what I
He
mean.
never attempted more than 5 takedowns in any other fight.
And you see how patient he was to put that head kick on Daniel Cormier to wait. How John Jones, his IQ is
amazing.
is
His studying habits of fighters is
he
ridiculous.
watches videos of fighters like Tom Brady watches fucking film for football.
Bilal
He does.
Muhammad on the Jerry podcast talked about how he hadn't seen Jones in years. He had breakfast with him a couple weeks before the Sean Brady fight. And John was like, let's watch a little film on Sean Brady. They watched like half an hour of film, and John Jones told him the combination that ended up putting Sean Brady away. He was like, oh yeah, when he ducks under, you can go for a body jab and then push your distance and come with a flying overhand because then he's going to duck and you can go for a head kick. Bilal Muhammad fucking did that and ended up winning the fight.
He's
He
gonna
did
win
that
this fight.
after 30 minutes of
If you don't bet
studying.
on John Jones, I'm going to be very disappointed in you. We've been on this podcast for over a month, praising this fucking guy, tweeting about him.
I just
way over.
I know,
months.
but the closer I get to the fight, the
Don't.
number changing,
Don't.
bro.
Number changing just proves it.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
The number changing is
Dude,
like
people are-
everybody else coming to their senses like,
People are
Oh, we
Jones
want
is
to
gonna
hammer
fuck
this.
up God.
no,
I
the
guess.
big players are betting on Jones. That caused the number to push up. The average guy, the average person that doesn't know who John Jones is, and this
They're like,
narrative,
oh, that guy was good 3 years
this
ago.
narrative,
Yeah,
of
but
him
what
being an
was
asshole,
going on at right now? Plus 135.
Something like that.
People are betting him.
Plus
They're putting him on
145.
parlays, dude. They're putting him on
People
parlays.
are betting him.
Yeah,
Why? Why would people want to bet him with all this
because
shit
they
coming
don't
out right
even
now?
they haven't seen John Jones fight in 3 years. The UFC has gotten
There's reasonable
way more
doubt.
popular.
There's reasonable doubt that Jones going up to heavyweight. There's reasonable doubt that anybody going from light heavyweight to heavyweight would have a tough time taking punches from heavyweights. But those people aren't fucking John Jones. John Jones has never been knocked down. He's been rocked twice
that one
in his
has
fucking-
flatlined people.
in his 19 UFC
he's
fight
also
career. He's been rocked twice. You know what I mean?
Yep.
He got rocked by Gustafsson. He got rocked by Machida. You could say he got rocked by Reyes. I wouldn't.
I would.
But like,
He got rocked around for a long period of time.
I mean, like
Which is different.
stumbled and like wobbled kind of thing. Like Machida rocked him back in the day. Gustafsson rocked him back in the day.
Gustafsson rocked him.
But like
Gustafsson fucked up his
The only
face
way
bad.
that he loses this fight is if he breaks his fucking hand, his right hand, and he can't submit, he can't clench, he can't double underhook.
I
He would
wouldn't-
have to break his hand,
I wouldn't say that necessarily. Listen, CIRYL
which he's
GANE.
never done.
CIRYL GANE could have some fucking head kick out of nowhere that puts him out. You could knock his
Mhm.
lights out. He could.
That's
It's very
that's
rare.
Usman. That's
Very rare to fucking happen. I don't think
It
it'll
is
happen.
very rare, but
If
yeah, I mean, you guys are definitely talking me into it.
if
100%.
John Jones doesn't go out there and take down CIRYL GANE as many times as he feels like it, if he feels like taking him down 10 times, he'll fucking do it. If he has 10 takedowns attempts, he's going to have 8 takedowns. Like, it's not going to be that difficult. The only way he's not is if he shoots in a very long-range takedown and CIRYL GANE just runs away from it. If he gets a hold of GANE, he's going to do whatever he feels like. But I don't know if he's going to want to do that. I think he might want to try to strike with him because that's John Jones' MO. Wants to beat you at your game. And I think that's dangerous. I think that boxing with a heavyweight when you've never really like he's sparred with heavyweights, but he's never
When he
had
was a lightweight.
he's never had a heavyweight try to knock him the fuck out.
No.
It's not losing.
And
No.
he's
I would
And-
definitely not pick Gane. I'll
and
tell you that much.
That's what I mean.
I'm not picking Gane.
Here's
But
one
I don't
other
know.
thing. Here's one
I
other
don't
thing.
know.
this is the least reach advantage John Jones has ever had in a fight. By some margin. Like his previous least was like a 7-inch reach advantage, which is nuts.
That's
Okay.
insane.
Gustafsson's reach is 78 inches. That was the closest the reach has ever been. And now he's a 4-inch reach advantage against CIRYL GANE.
Pretty good. Pretty large, bro. 4 inches.
To never have a fight
You should know that.
where your reach advantage
Nah,
3,
2.
where he never had a reach advantage
1.
under 6
No.
inches is
No, we don't. I'm not gonna say
crazy to me.
Can't be name dropping on here. Can't be name dropping. Mute it.
I know exactly what you're gonna say. No, we're not saying it. No, I know exactly who you're gonna say. We're not gonna say that.
Love
Shout out him.
it.
But dude, I don't know, man. I think
That's
I think John Jones is. I disagree that it will be a one-sided fight. I don't think it will be a complete domination by Jones.
I do not think so.
I think the
either.
first round will be very close. Very close.
It's gonna be a war. I know. I feel it, man. I really do.
I can see CIRYL GANE rocking him.
Yeah.
John Jones has to backpedal a little bit. I don't think he's going to get knocked out. I think he's going to come back better. Once this gets into round 3, 4, and 5, though, John's taking.
If he
all of
knocks
those
out
rounds.
John Jones in one punch, I'm going to laugh so hard. I would be on the ground just fucking laughing so hard, dude. If he knocks him out, I will laugh hard. You'll never see me laugh harder. I'll be crying laughter. He's so fucking funny.
Oh, by the way, here's something else. The sportsbook has not put these fights out there, but this fight is the UFC pay-per-view to bring back pod bets. Okay, I'm gonna show you.
No, the pod bet we should.
I'm gonna show you
Hey.
this fucking.
Our locks have been fire.
Yeah,
So why aren't we pod betting? I have no idea why. I don't even know why or when we stopped. But
we
We
stopped
need-
at the end of last year when we were losing every
this,
single
we
pod bet.
we should.
But look at this fucking. All right, ready? Jones, Shevchenko, Rachmanov.
No. Not betting on Shevchenko.
All right.
She's minus 600, dude. There's no point.
No.
Ask him what happened
Jones,
when he bet on the Nunes minus 900.
Rachmanov. I didn't bet on Nunes when she was already paying you. She was like minus 900.
Okay, she was minus 300.
I think
or whatever.
Jan
She
was
fucking-
minus 450, and I put him in a lot of parlays.
Yeah, fucking me too.
I did too.
Me too.
I put O'Malley on one that like I fucking
I put
Faded myself.
Aljo on 1.
Yeah.
That's it.
I would have made a lot that. I still made it.
Jones,
Whatever. Could've made it.
Shevchenko, Rachmanov, Gamrot Turner. I don't know about.
Mhm.
Arce to beat Garbrandt is going to happen, and Ian Gary and Bo Nickel.
Bo Nickel, yeah. Ian Gary. Okay. Ian Gary
Against Song Yun.
almost
It's not
lost.
song you don't.
No.
No.
Ian Gary almost lost
It's a
his last
no-name
fight,
name
though.
song.
Okay.
It was a
I don't
close.
think he did.
Was it?
I think he knocked him out in the first round.
Did he? I might be getting him confused.
Ian Gary's like on the fucking come up.
He's on,
This is probably going to be his last unranked fighter.
Jones, Bo Nickel, Gary,
Rachmanov.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying, guy. Like
Brunson, Duplessis.
I'm not. That's neither
I
of them are
wouldn't
locked.
take that
Neither
either.
of them are locked.
No,
it's tough. No, I was
That's
just
way
looking
too
at it.
tough.
I'm like,
That's a good fight.
it's a great fight.
well, no, we've bet on Duplessis
Yes.
on this run
To beat
every
Till.
single time. Yeah.
So
I
like,
won a lot of money on him that night. Rosas and him.
Brunson's good though.
He is really good.
Duplessis. I don't know. Whatever. We'll talk about that when we have.
so yeah, when we have the odds out, we can actually.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know, man. I think that's a
Are they
14
out?
parlay. That'll. No, they're not. I was literally just looking. They're not.
Maybe they are.
The
now.
picks for next week are Ryan Spann is plus 135. By the way,
We were looking at that.
they don't have knockout.
Nope.
There's no one to bet on next week, man. It's so pitiful.
Andre Muniz.
Or this weekend.
I'm betting on Andre Muniz, or I would. I don't know if I'm going to bet, but Ryan Spann, Andre Muniz,
That's all I
Tatiana
know.
Suarez minus 800. Jesus. Dante Mays, Augusto Sakai is an interesting fight. I would go Mays. Sakai is definitely like on the outs of the UFC.
Literally, the 3 fights that you just named, we talked about at the fucking kiosk. Those are 3 fights.
Right?
This is the only people I know.
Plus
on this card. I don't know.
255 for Muniz and Spann. That's pretty good.
What do you think of Jordan Levitt versus Victor Martinez? So, because we've have like Jordan
I don't
Levitt,
really
we just
know Victor Martinez.
Wait, how much?
we
Plus
bet on
155
Jordan
on that 2-teamer?
255.
255?
Ryan Spann's the underdog.
I like that.
That's really good.
Muniz
I like
and
that
Spann.
too.
Yeah.
That's 100. No, that's a
That's a
40?
50 beaner.
that's a 50.
That's a 50 beaner.
$40 you make 100.
50 beaner.
40, yeah, 140, yeah. 50, you would win 150 plus your 50 back.
125. Right.
Put it in.
Yeah. Let's see it.
25, 175.
That's a 50 beaner.
I like that.
That's a 50 beaner.
Oh, whoa.
Whoa! Jesus Christ!
Hold on.
No,
I don't like Spann that much.
No. We do have that, but we cannot put that money
No
on
way.
No,
there.
not Jones.
Are we putting that on John Jones?
At minus 170?
Listen, you
We
can't
have
have the
7
number
units.
dictate.
We have 7 units.
Put that in. Put that in. Put that in. Steve's got the nervous look on him. Oh, whoops.
Cool.
That no.
That's worth it, bro. That's free money. That's free cash. That's cash.
It's,
in the
well, it's
bank.
actually like
Cash in the bank.
it's actually that if you want to put it all on it.
Yeah, that's worth it.
Nope.
No.
No way.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, shit, we could come up with $70 for next week.
Scroll down, buddy. Scroll down.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Put 800 in just for shits and giggles if you want. It's not gonna be much more.
You should.
900.
10,000?
10,000?
Deed. Bet the deed.
Yo, I will take it. I will sell a
Second
little.
mortgage.
No, I will sell all my Bitcoin. No, I can't sell that.
They don't have any more fights on this card. Oh, Bellator.
No.
I'm not gonna. I just want to see who the fuck is fighting.
Whoever you pick, I'm picking the opposite.
I
There's a Magomed Sharapov at minus 1100.
Oh wow.
There's a lot of fucking fights. Holy shit.
Wow, we should pair. I guess he's losing.
Raphael Hudson. Yaroslav Amosov is actually a champion, I think. That might be the main event. Yeah, okay, there's no one here. Let's pronounce that. Please pronounce that.
Zalitsky.
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 That's not bad, right? Hey, your boy
Niedzilski.
Garb going in clutch right
Niedzilski.
there. Yo, I can't. I had a trouble reading as a kid. I can't
Yo, do
pronounce
they
for
have-
shit.
Do they have Paul Fury? Do we want to bet on that? Jake Paul minus 190 is going to
We
win.
are putting $800 on Jake Paul and John Jones and You see Bank of Newport down the street? Jogging. Jogging to the bank. I'm kidding. That's hitting.
Oh man,
That's
man.
winning, bro. That is winning. 7. No, you're not doing it right. No, put it all. 7:30. Put it all.
Oh
Yes.
man. Jake Paul and John Jones.
I'm feeling like a gambler. Fuck it. 200 on that. The rest on John.
You think Tommy Fury could beat Jake Paul? I
No.
don't. I'm more confident in Jake Paul than John
Yeah,
Jones.
I'm
no,
way more
I'm
confident in
totally
Jake
So
fine.
Paul.
fucking put it on.
Okay, fuck
Okay.
it. Fuck it. He's not losing. Tommy
he's
Fury
not losing.
has fought 0 competition, 0 opponents. He's fought.
No, we
fucking-
can't do that. We can't.
Oh,
Because if Jake Paul loses
Zach.
and John Jones wins,
No, Zach.
no, we can't do it.
Yeah, we're doing it.
No, we can't.
Jake Paul is going to mop the floor with Tommy.
It's
Fury.
not even gonna be close.
200 there, 500 there. That's what we should do.
No,
But John Jones has the better number.
no, I'm saying 200,
No, 200
on the parlay.
parlay,
Oh,
500 on
yeah,
John.
yeah, okay.
No, 530 on. No, 230 on the parlay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. That's perfect.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not complaining. I'm not. But is it worth that? You see, is it worth the?
so let me break the numbers down for you.
Do it.
If
Because
you-
I already did it, but
if-
say it out loud.
If we were to lose the parlay, but
Yep.
John Jones wins,
Mhm.
we would lose out on
No, you would still win 60
no.
bucks.
But the difference that we would have
Oh.
is a
What?
$300 difference if we were to just put all of our money on Jones. But if we
No, you can just put 700 there.
Huh?
Oh, never mind. Just do what you're saying. Never mind.
If
If saying
we
you
were-
can just put it on the screen.
if we were to bet all the money on Jones, we would win $1,100, like $1,150.
Yeah.
Okay. If we were to lose out and just John Jones hits, we would win like $800. So we lose out on like $350. You know what I'm saying? If Jake Paul didn't win, but John Jones did.
Yeah, but we'd only win 150 because we lost 230.
But if the 2-teamer does hit, we would get.
Like an extra
That's
150,
550.
170.
Hold on. We'd get 1360. So it'd be 200 more than if we just bet on Jones. Jake Paul's not going to lose.
Exactly. So we should just put it all on the parlay.
That's a lot to put on a parlay.
I
you
know,
what
but
I
so
mean?
much.
I'm
Money.
so ready. I want to go into work and I'll be like, hey, guess what, boss?
Put 550 on the parlay. What's that? Oh my god.
Yeah, dude, I'm so down. I want to cash the fuck out. You're never gonna get these odds. We've been so cold for so long. It's due to hit. It's due to hit.
That's both of us.
That's balls.
That's both of us walking out with $900.
And I don't know what I'm saying. I'm waiting for John Jones to fight again. And I'm gonna put it all on him. Why the fuck wouldn't I?
Is that what we're doing? Are we really gonna do that shit?
Oh, we're sweating it. When does Jake Paul fight?
This Saturday. This Saturday.
Man, we gotta go to the bookie soon.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, before the line goes up for John Jones, we're betting on him at minus 200.
Tomorrow.
Oh my god, you're really doing this?
The
Oh,
odds
it
have
just went
increased.
down.
Oh shit!
Let's go. We're watching this in live time. This is a sign. This is a fucking sign. It's saying do it.
I think it is, right? I
Yeah.
think that's the sign. Oh boy. And you know what? You know what's great about this?
Oh, we're cashing out.
You know what's great about this? If we somehow don't hit this, which we're gonna, it's technically not even our own money. It's the odds money that we can build up again. We're still losing money, but like, yeah,
We're not winning. What do you mean?
we're not losing.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna do this.
Fuck it. This is the one. We've been waiting for this moment. If Jake Paul
Let me
loses,
see what
I'm gonna
500
kill
looks
him.
like.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Whoa! Oh! Whoa! I almost fucking fell. I almost fell out of the chair. I was fucking
10 grand.
face planted. Jesus.
Go to the bank, get a loan.
What are you doing with that? Oh, I'm just
Putting it on John Jones.
put it on Jake Paul. Jesus Christ. That's crazy, man.
All right. Well, there it is. There it is.
Man, we're sweating.
Is that what you're doing,
Saturday
Steve?
night.
You're doing 5?
What time does it start? Because
I don't
you
know,
need to get out of
possibly.
work.
Oh, it's gonna be like a midnight fight.
It better be.
I might do 250 to win my 350 back and my money
The
back.
main card is set to get underway at 7 p.m. The main event is scheduled for 10 p.m. 5 p.m. Eastern time?
Early,
You're not even gonna watch it. You're not gonna be able to watch it, bro. I'm gonna be FaceTiming you.
Oh, God.
I don't even know how I'm gonna watch it.
It's on DOESN. We're going to be fucking going on our phones, just updating every 2 seconds.
ESPN app.
I'm not paying for that shit. I'll bet on them. I ain't gonna pay for it. You think Instagram will have like a live?
Yeah, I bet there will. TikTok live. Oh, you don't have TikTok.
I think Steve does.
TikTok live.
I do not have TikTok. I'm not about that shit.
Oh, I don't post anything, and
You
I
want to?
rarely
Me
do
neither.
go
Let's
on
do
it.
one.
Oh, sure.
Not. Fuck that, dude. I'm all set. It's only 20.
It's
if you-
ESPN Plus.
If it's only $20, I'll buy. I'll buy.
It's
it.
ESPN Plus. Really?
TNT. Why does it have TNT on it?
Probably a sponsor. Huh. If it's ESPN Plus, I'll leave it here. You guys can come through.
Dude, I'm going to
Buy pay-per-view. How much do they want to charge for this one single fight? That's make no mistake. It's just
One
one fight
fight.
for a card.
buy now. If you accidentally buy it right now.
Really,
Hang
I
on,
really
what-
hope I don't.
$50?
Yeah.
No, it's
No
all right.
way.
No, it's all right.
Yeah.
It's fine.
That's okay.
I will fucking live with.
Oh,
this.
because Tommy Fury's nickname is TNT. That's what it is. Tommy Fury looks big there.
Can we look?
Yeah, but you know
Go
what?
on
Jake
YouTube
Paul
real quick.
looks.
Can we watch some Tommy
Yeah,
Fury
go on
tape?
YouTube
I'm
real
gonna end the podcast though.
No, we're good. No, we're good. Just
Yeah.
keep going. Fuck it. I'm just gonna watch it anyway.
Fury. I think he's 20. His opponents are 24 and 176 and 5 in all of their last 200 fights. Pikachu.
That is poo poo kachuchu train.
Pikachu.
Can I get a
Yeah.
Raleigh Lambert Fogum?
Dude, he is so getting knocked out, bro. Oh my god, it's not even gonna be fucking close.
Jake Paul only boxes people he can win. Are we really about to bet the bag on Jake Paul? Bro?
He's like the Floyd Mayweather.
I'm
of
definitely having
freaking-
second thoughts right now. But
What?
This is a big bag to put on
Yeah.
a guy that we're only studying now for like 2 days.
No, well,
But
hang
Jones'
on.
number just went down, dude.
I know. So it's just like, should you just bet on John Jones? Is that the sign? Oh, that sucks.
So
After
it's
looking
next
at
to
the other one.
$40
What?
because it was $4.11 before. Now it's $4.56 to win. So
Yeah, I'll take whatever.
it's $11.90
But looking at the this is the numbers game. The book
versus
versus
1800.
1100. No, it's just called 1100. The 30. Add the $30 to it. 11.
well, it's $11.80.
Yeah.
It's almost 12. So like, what would if we put 740, we just make it an even 12. Might as fucking well. Just make it easier for the bookie to cash out. You know what I mean? Make it
All
make
blue
her life
bills,
easier.
you know?
Yeah,
No,
Right.
no smalls.
yeah. I want it all in ones. Thank you.
Yeah, give me the fucking dimes, baby. Give me all those
Give me some
dimes.
rolls of quarters. Thank
No, I
you.
only want dimes when I come to the casino.
Fight highlights so far, and I gotta tell you, the first minute has just been him moving his head.
Yeah, but look at his opponent.
What is he doing with his fucking lead hand? Why is he keeping it down?
It's so weird for me looking at boxers who keep their heels down. These guys aren't on their toes. Just got jabbed there. Tommy Fury like only throws jabs.
I'm trying not to have a biased opinion right now, though. At the same time,
He's getting hit with a lot of
like,
straight
if I
jabs.
see something good, I want you guys to tell me.
Like he doesn't have left to right movement. He has back and forth movement.
And he's just circling the ring. He's not using anything.
Chin's not really tucked down. I don't know.
Just got hit there.
Oh, yo,
Good right hook. Hey, did I look at the other guy's highlight video? What the fuck's going on? How is this in his highlight video? You better knock him out in the last 5 seconds. What the fuck?
And these are 2-minute rounds.
Yeah, that's what it'll be. It'll be a 8-round, 2-minute round fight.
You wanna know what's crazy? Tommy Fury they have mob connections. That's why Tyson Fury wasn't allowed to fight in America. And I wonder if the mob's like, yo, duck this. And they're betting the fucking deed on Jake Paul, dude. Because he has probably connections too with Dana White.
Prime is now fucking UFC, so. Dude, this is stupid. What the fuck?
This is awful.
Jake Paul.
Do I want to bet on Jake Paul to win on points versus Tommy Fury?
Dude, I think Jake might knock him out.
Jake almost knocked out Anderson Silva. I mean, I think Anderson Silva looks better than this fucking chump. No?
All right, hang on. Before we go any further, I gotta see some Jake Paul highlights now. Just in comparison, after watching that boring, abysmal fucking performance that he was putting on against that guy. Outrageous.
Well, there's one knockdown.
He hits hard.
He does. He has good technique, man. He's been training boxing for like 4 years.
No, he looks really good. And he's going hard with training. He's not fucking around.
Oh,
come on.
That was terrible defense by Woodley.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, but Tommy Fury leaves that open. We just saw that he literally leaves the overhand right.
Well, Tommy doesn't get that close. Tommy was using distance pretty well.
Yeah.
Problem was when the other guy was jumping in on straights, he wouldn't get out of the way. And you know that fucking Jake was going to be rough tape on this. Oh my god!
He's like, oh shit. Crazy.
He's Woodley in the first fight. You can see right there, he's used to lunging in, which looks like what Tommy Fury was
You
not
stunned
getting
him right there, though. Yeah, but Jake Paul lunges in when he punches.
Problem
Tommy Fury
is-
does not lunge in like Jake Paul.
Problem is, this is the
He
first
uses the
time Jake
body.
Paul's fighting an actual boxer. Tommy Fury is a boxer.
Say what you want about Anderson Silva, dude. That he can
He has
box.
great boxing skills. Yes, he
At
is kind of a boxer.
Paul's putting his hands up, he's blocking shots, Anderson's throwing them at him. He's hitting him with jabs. I don't think Mike Grayson has the power to put him up.
It looks like we need to watch him.
So bad.
He does have first round knockdown. He has good skills. He has really good skills. I just saw that he left his head open a lot, though. I did see that. Let's see this.
Want to know who are you, calm-eyed?
Like, he has to have power. Who the fuck's he fighting right now?
One of 4 rounds.
Yeah, exhibition. thing. He doesn't. Tommy Fury has never fought a real boxer like Jake Paul either. I mean, he kind of has, but they're all been amateur boxers.
I think Jake Paul's better than this guy. Calm-eyed. I'm not gonna cap. I think Jake Paul's way better than this guy.
100%.
This was also a lot. This was a while ago.
Fighting
Like this is one of Tommy's first fights.
Yeah, but I think but if Jake Paul's to put his first amateur boxing fight and he fought calm-eyed.
Are you serious?
Whoa,
Go
back.
Come on. A liver shot. Oh.
I mean, that was a little shot, but like.
That's not gonna do anything.
Look at the old lady in the back. You go rewind. You see the old lady in the background? Ready? Laughing. Ready? You're laughing at him. Oh my god, this guy just got knocked down.
All right, Callum got up. What you got? Over again. Targeting the body.
Dude.
That could be a full clip, though. There's a bunch of other Hey, that's the thing about it, man. Way more than it is in MMA. Liver shots definitely put people down about it. President Storm. See, he has power. No,
Fighting lightweight Marvin Vittori.
On God, I think my boss would put a better fight than these fuckers. I swear to God, my boss has been training that boxing. Come the fuck on, dude. Come the fuck on.
It's
Like I'm not
happening, man. He's not winning.
I'm definitely of the opinion Jake Paul's gonna win, but now that we're betting the bag on him, I just
I know, no, there's a little
cautious
about it, but I mean I'm not gonna deny the fact that these dudes are fucking twigs, man.
Let's see what we got here. Points, unanimous decision, points, all 4 or 6 rounds. Knockout. But look at these guys. 10-102, 0-26, 2-26, 0-11, 0-9, 2-0.
Dude, oh my god.
If that isn't proof for you there.
Listen, he did beat a guy that was 10-1.
Can we watch
to give
that
him
one?
some credit.
On points.
I will watch that whole fight right now.
Bochansky.
Yeah, the full thing. Okay.
This should tell us a little bit more. Here we go.
All right. Pause. First thing I notice.
Terrible resolution.
First thing I fucking noticed. This guy is not as big as Jake Paul. He's not as wide as Jake.
He might be taller though. Tommy Fury's going to be bigger. He's going to be taller.
I feel like you have more of an advantage if you're smaller.
You definitely
look
have
at
more
Mike
power.
Tyson.
Well, Mike Tyson's in it now.
I know, but I like to compare people to him because he's kind of a head case. Jake Paul's a fucking head case.
Jake Paul height reach. We always talk about that for MMA. Let's look at this.
76.
Reach is 76 inches. Jake Paul is 6'1". He is taller than Tommy Fury. Tommy Fury's reach is 80 inches. He's a big reach. That's actually a lot bigger than I thought. So he has a 4-inch reach advantage over Jake Paul.
But Jake Paul fights inside, like we just saw, and he rushes in and lunges with his shots.
Mm-hmm.
What is
to make up for that reach disadvantage?
I was gonna say that. Yep.
Anderson Silva reaches 77.5.
Not very long.
So I mean,
still longer.
It's a
Longer
2.5-inch reach advantage.
Yeah.
1 inch, 1.5, 1.5.
2.5. I'm saying Fury over Silva's.
Okay.
Let's see a little bit of this fight.
See, you got quick.
Look at how slow the other guy is.
Can you look up? Who the fuck is this guy?
Bochansky. That's the 10-1 guy that Fury had his
What's
last fight
Bochansky's reach?
wait, I said it right there. 78.5. So it's an inch and a half. It's
2.5.
2.5 inches more than Paul.
Inch and a half difference.
Yeah, between Tommy Fury.
So,
Bochansky versus Fury, 6-round fight, went to decision. Does this tell me
unanimous. You know,
it doesn't
it's
say
got
unanimous.
you got it. Is it unanimous?
It doesn't say unanimous.
Okay.
Bochansky cut over the left eye and down once in the 5th round. Fury won 60-54 in this fight, so yes, it was unanimous. So he did beat this guy up. Bochansky is doing well to initiate clinches. Something we don't see from a lot.
Oh my God, what was
This
that?
is poo Kachu. This
Swinging
guy
right
is
hand.
not 10-1. He's 10-1 in like
Well, he is
Fall
10-1.
River boxing or whatever they want to call it, dude. He is. Oh my
Dude,
God.
look at he's fighting with his fucking hands down.
He's also really skinny.
He's also
Doesn't have the power that Paul's
He
gonna have.
is so slow compared to Tommy. Jake Paul's not gonna be that slow.
What the hell is this ref doing?
I
Ref
know,
literally
dude.
just grabbed one of them by the back.
Oh my God, no.
I got to tell you, 80-inch reach for Tommy Fury is a little nerve-wracking. Slapped him on the butt there.
Nice.
That was a good jab, catching Bochansky leaning in. We haven't seen a single fight where Tommy Fury's fought a southpaw. Jake Paul is a southpaw.
That is interesting. You know, this dude that he's facing, dude, his defense is so poor. Which maybe Jake Paul would have poor defense versus a better boxer per se, but
Well, the reason I bring up the southpaw thing is for southpaws, hooks or when you have a southpaw versus orthodox, that means both bodies are opened up to the same side, right? Like if I'm a lefty, I'm opening up this way. If you're a righty, you're opening up the same way. So hooks are going to be your best friend. Like you can jab all you want, but that up hand is going to be right for the jab, which is the best defense. And Tommy Fury is a jab guy. So he's going to try to jab, and Jake Paul might have the better defense for it being a southpaw. Jake Paul is a power punch guy. So he's going to be looking for those big shots.
yeah, like see, that's his big shot. Like I'm not gonna tell you to rewind it, but like what like his
He
he doesn't overhand. He doesn't do an overhand. He just does a quick power strike. Look, he has it loaded up, and I've not seen him throw an overhand punch yet, which you don't do a lot in boxing. But
Fury looked quick there. I'll give him that. Oh, stung him there.
Stunned him right there when he moved in.
Yeah.
This guy's trying to move in.
That's what I'm saying. Fury uses his distance pretty well. I'll give him that. He's definitely a defensive striker. Jake Paul's an offensive striker. I got a feeling, though, because what we haven't seen is Tommy Fury take a big punch. And as soon as Jake Paul rocks him one, who knows what he'll do.
This defense this dude is giving him is
The fight doesn't
it's
really
hard to
become a fight.
watch, dude.
The fight doesn't become a fight until you get hit in the mouth. Jake Paul and John Jones parlay of 2023, huh? That's really it.
You know, if it loses, it loses. But if it wins, it fucking wins.
Fucking wins, man.
I'm not here to take part. I'm not here to take part.
Here to take over.
I'm here to take over. That's a fact, Jack.
That was a good street.
You said, you know, hard talent beats hard work, but what if you do hard work with your talent?
Talent beats hard work or hard work beats talent when
But
talent fails to work hard.
What if you do hard work with your talent?
Then you're
That's what
pretty
I'm saying.
unstoppable.
Then you're fucking invincible, baby. That's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Fucking take over the fucking universe. I'll create my own universe.
My own Matrix.
Top A.
I also think that this,
I could.
Where
do
is
top
this?
G. Garbe.
where is this?
Garbe.
Where is this fight taking place? Riyadh? It's in Saudi Arabia, this fight?
He's been there for a while. Jake Paul.
I was going to say if it's in the United States, Paul's going to have a huge fucking crowd advantage. In Riyadh, I'm not sure because the Furies are huge overseas. Jake Paul's huge everywhere, so.
Oh, Tommy Fury's getting yelled at.
Yeah, he headlocked him, which you can't do. Which I think is a dumb rule. I think if a boxer leans in with his head in, you should be able to headlock him.
This guy is so stiff.
And the thing is,
Stiff
this guy,
as a fucking
Bochansky,
board.
anytime they get close, Bochansky's not doing a whole lot of offense. He's not throwing any big hooks. And Fury capitalized on that.
Gets
Paul
one
will be
punch
doing
off,
that.
dude. 2 punches off.
Misses with that jab.
Oh my god. It was like I'm like watching this dude in slow motion.
He almost got clipped of that right overhand right there.
4-inch reaches. It's a little nerve-wracking. Got him there trying to catch in. Paul's way faster than Bochansky. Way faster.
I was gonna knock him out. Overhand right.
Wow.
There's Tommy. Or there's Tyson.
Not even watching his brother fight. I'm walking.
Did Tyson fight on this card? Was this Fury versus
Wilder. It looks
Wilder
like
2 or 3?
Might
I
be.
think it might have been.
I think it was the same ring. This guy's 6 for 47 in the first 2 rounds. Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, he punches in slow motion, man.
Fury's putting a pace on him. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like Fury was defensive at first, and now he's being very aggressive.
I can't watch that. Whenever you're ready to stop it.
All right.
It's fine. It's painful, man. It's
Making
fucking
me go to
painful,
sleep.
Man. It's bad to watch, and
We're gonna table this for tonight, and we're gonna revisit it tomorrow. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna sleep on it. Just know,
we're gonna sleep on it no matter what.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So just know that if we're down tomorrow, that's it. I'm willing to go put the fucking ticket down tomorrow. We'll revisit.
Oh, we're
it
going
tomorrow.
together.
Okay.
Oh, I'm going.
We really
If it is happening, there is a 70% chance. I am more unconfident now than I was before. But still think Jake Paul would get the win, but it's going to be a fucking sweat. I would not be surprised if it's a split decision win.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a lot closer than minus 190. I do not think Jake Paul's minus 190. I think this fight is like a minus 120.
I don't know. I'm kind of still seeing 190. If you look
Think so?
at it, if you look at it, I think the reach advantage is really all Tommy has.
That's what I mean.
Like Tommy's
defensive-
never fought someone who is as powerful as Jake. I don't think Tommy's faced anyone who is as quick as Jake either.
I'm
It's
not
not
talking.
even
I'm not
close.
talking out of it. I'm just saying, like,
All right, so
you know.
what do you think? Are you thinking maybe not the parlay, maybe just John Jones?
No, I'm not thinking that at all.
Okay, all right.
Because, you know, I'm
If
a
John
gambler.
Jones wins and Jake Paul loses, we're going to be disgusted with ourselves.
I know.
If Jake Paul loses, we're gonna have to
You
put another 2-3
You
bags
put it
on John
all on
Jones.
Jake Paul, and then you put it all on John Jones next week. You put it all on. I'm thinking of ideas.
Why'd you have to go and say that? So if we did that, we'd have 1,100 to put on John Jones. We still wouldn't have as much money if we just did parlay.
Really?
Really.
Oh, fuck that.
It's close. It's like a $30 difference, but it is more for the parlay. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, but then well then you don't have the money if Jake Paul loses, so it don't matter.
Parlay.
Parlay. Why'd you put 1,100 for the parlay? Why'd you put 11?
I'm just getting frisky.
What is it? What's
my
going
God.
on now?
What is rack?
Just a fucking
2,500.
Fucking
We're
2 weeks
getting
of pay.
stupid now.
2 weeks of pay.
We're getting stupid
And 1
now.
and 2 fight.
10 days. John Jones comes back.
Fuck John Jones. I'm more hyped for this.
We're gonna be back
Jake Paul
tomorrow.
fight.
Thank everybody for tuning in.
Jake
Jake
Paul.
Paul versus Tommy Fury this Saturday, February 26th, at 5 p.m. Eastern.
I'm gonna be calling your ass the second they're walking out.
Okay.
I want to be hearing the fajitas in the background sizzling
Okay.
off the pan. I do.
All right, that's going to do it for us. Tune in again tomorrow when we go live. Episode 159 tomorrow. We're going to be doing our picks for UFC Vegas 70. Oh, actually, it's 70. Oh, I put that wrong. Yes, last week's was 69. Nice. But we're going to be doing our picks for UFC Vegas 70 tomorrow, and we're going to be going over this parlay again. That's going to be a fun pod. I'll see if maybe I can get some other guys to come through to get their opinions on it because it honestly couldn't hurt. But then again, we might be putting in the ticket before the pod even happens. So I don't know.
Yeah, fuck what they gotta say, bro. I'm going with what I say, what I'm
Trying to
thinking,
go
what
with your
I'm
gut.
saying. Fuck them.
I'm not letting them talk me out.
I'm
of
not
that.
letting no one
way.
talk me
All
out
right,
of this,
so as
bro.
soon as we put the ticket on, the only thing we got to do is convince this guy to put money on it. After that,
No, he will.
Golden.
He's already thinking about it. He's gonna
Yeah,
put
he is.
250 on
I
it.
probably will.
He's gonna put 250.
you got to ride with the pod, man.
I will.
You gotta ride with the
I'm
pod.
riding.
Oh,
with the
before I
fucking
leave,
You're gonna pay that
Before I
fucking
leave.
computer off in a week.
That's
You know why? You know
Did
why? You know why he has to ride? Because Steve won the picks for last week.
he?
Steve
Let's fucking go.
on his locks was perfect last week. Actually, Steve was 8-3 on picks, 4-0 on locks last week.
Damn.
Damn, that's not bad.
Should've
So
locked
we
it
should
up.
be listening to what he says.
Hey, every once in a while.
everybody.
I know.
Everybody's been doing really good.
No, how did you do last week?
6-5, 3-1 on locks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't do great.
So I did the worst on locks.
Well, actually, Harry did with you.
Oh, Harry went 5 for 6.
Harry did poo chew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, it was his first time on the pod.
It was,
It was
yeah.
his first time making picks.
And he
Yeah,
didn't
that's
know
Only
a lot
up from there.
He didn't know a lot of the fighters too,
Right.
so it's
Yeah.
not like
You know.
But yeah, congrats to Steve. Getting close. Our
I honestly
fucking
didn't
totals,
think I was gonna win one, but
our totals are very fucking close now.
It's good, dude. I want it.
that's awesome.
It's gonna be sick to see like it at the very end, like have there be like a
Wow.
200 to 200,
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
200 to 150, whatever.
Our locks have been fire, huh?
Yeah, our locks are very good. Well, the thing is, our locks, we almost always go 3 for 1.
Yeah.
And we're choosing with the locks, we're choosing people that are minus 600.
Yeah.
Where with some picks, we're choosing people that are plus 200, minus 200. You know what I mean? So there's like
Not
There's a
always, though.
discrepancy.
Sometimes we'll have like a plus 180 on the locks and shit like that. That's happened before, and we've got it.
one time.
I was gonna say
Couple
Fuki.
times.
Fuki, we got.
Yeah.
Was that a lock? That
No,
we
he was
did?
plus
No.
270. Oh, well, I don't know if he was a lock. Fugit, nope.
No,
No, no one picked Fugit for a lock.
we all had him.
I finally opened up the whole spreadsheet, so it's like fucking legit now. Like we all have our own basis for fight nights and pay-per-views.
This is really zoomed out, huh?
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to get you a picture.
That's awesome. I'm glad I'm doing good.
Yeah. If you look at okay, here's something else. I tallied our fight night versus our pay-per-view picks, and if you go ahead and just look at Austin Garvey's fight night picks, he's doing very fucking well at fight nights.
Really?
22-10 with 9-3 on locks. That's
Damn,
pretty
why
good.
am I doing so good on
Wow.
fight nights?
Damn.
Yeah.
We're both tied.
all of our
Interesting.
yes,
With
all of
93.
our fight night picks are way better than our pay-per-view picks, by the way.
Really?
Pay-per-views are hard. Pay-per-views
You go
are
from
tough.
22-10 to 15-12.
Hey,
Wow.
we gotta keep this shit in mind. Yeah, but you're fucking double. You're 19-8.
Yeah, that's just about the same. I'm 19-13. Oh yeah, so I am better
You're
at
double.
pay-per-view, I guess.
16 and
I
11
suck,
for
dude.
pay-per-views.
No, I've always sucked. Always sucked on pay-per-views.
Colby also technically got all of his locks I don't know if a draw counts.
No,
For
don't
parlays.
count. You gotta be.
So
Oh,
he
wait.
technically did for his pay-per-view.
Draws a push.
Yeah, it's a push.
Majority draws not, because
But yeah, I figure we keep a tally like this so we get like the fucking lock. Because if in 2 months we realize like, hey, Austin's 49-15 on fight nights, that's what we're looking to. You know what I mean? Shit like that.
yeah. But what if I'm hot now and then you guys start listening to me and then I go cold?
Then live by the sword, die by the sword.
No, but I'm not. With everybody, I hope I'm not trying to go like by the number. Like if I think that plus 200 is gonna fucking win,
Yeah, 100%.
I'm choosing that plus 200,
Ton of beans.
which would help your units out.
So what do we put Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury picks on here too?
No,
Definitely
no,
not.
this is just UFC.
I'm gonna lock up
Asterisk.
Jake Paul for that.
Asterisk. No, you can't lock up Jake Paul. No, you can't.
All right, that's gonna do it for the pod. We've been going for we're 7 minutes away from 2 hours. So do we want to just fucking go for a couple more minutes, talk some shit, so we can say 2 hours?
Yeah.
Might as well.
Might as well, yeah.
Can we start rolling?
Yeah, I don't care.
Up to you, buddy.
Yeah, let's
I'm
just
gonna
start rolling.
just pick this camera up a bit.
No, I think honestly, it would be like more like fan base, like yeah, we smoke weed too. It's not a big deal.
So I think going back to a point earlier, I'm just trying to think of something that I can fucking chat shit about.
No, go ahead. We could still go on about Jake Paul.
Aaron Blanchfield.
Bro, it's Eric. This girl is going to blow the competition out of the water. Continue.
She's 23 years old.
Yep.
She's proven that she is an amazing wrestler.
Yep.
She's proven that she can stand and strike with Jessica Andrade. You can. That's loud. Careful. You can use it, but it's loud, so don't yell at it. So we can say that she struck really well with Jessica Andrade, but Andrade was on a week's notice, so who really knows if you can really call that.
True.
I think on a full camp, Jessica Andrade still beats Aaron Blanchfield, but she was super impressive. She's now the number 3 contender in the flyweight division. I think that there is a reasonable chance to think that this girl could be flyweight champion in a couple years. Shevchenko's like 36. She's going to be winding down soon. We might be seeing the new fucking
110%.
And that's the thing. Austin has great points about how Nunes and Shevchenko have been running dominant over this division. But in 3 years, they're going to be gone. They're going to be retired.
They're not going to be around, yeah.
So Blanchfield will make her fucking run. Just like we saw for John Jones. John Jones won the title and for the first 2 years defended it against old veterans. And that's how he became great. And that's what Blanchfield will do. Because by the time she's 25 and possibly has a title, she'll be fading Shevchenko and maybe Nunes, who will be 38, 39, 40. And it's a very similar trajectory. You got Blanchfield, who is a great wrestler, who is getting better at striking, just like John Jones.
I love this comparison.
I love this comparison.
I love it. I love it.
She's going to do it.
I think so.
I know that like it's kind of like funny, but she really is.
And she's doing it beating, listen, you can say whatever you want about Molly McCann, about her wrestling, but Molly McCann's really good. She also beat Miranda Maverick, who still has the possibility of being a top-notch fighter. But she mopped the floor with Maverick.
We both went into that Molly McCann fight knowing that she lost to a wrestler previously, and we knew like that the line discrepancy with the hype of Molly McCann, she wasn't gonna be no competition.
Right.
Which I think Shevchenko and Blanchfield, man. The ground game might be there.
Well, Shevchenko's ground game has gotten significantly better over the last 2 years. As right now, it's not a competition. Shevchenko is way better than Blanchfield.
Striking is I think it goes the distance, though. I think it goes the distance. Shevchenko doesn't.
Shevchenko could knock her the fuck out, dude.
No.
Shevchenko's stand-up is really fucking good.
It'd be interesting to see like what a great grappler can do on top, though. Like, what if Blanchfield did get on top? Yeah. I mean, like, then you could really think anything could happen. And, you know, it's very possible to listen, I'm not going to get ahead of myself here. I don't think it would be I don't think it would even be a split decision.
Well, all I'm saying is Aaron Blanchfield's 23. Give her 2 more years of top-level competition. Same thing I think with Sean O'Malley,
she's
by
top
the way.
3, Zach.
Give her a couple years, and she will no doubt be very good competition. I think the worst thing she can do right now is have her next fight in 4 months be for the title. I don't think she should do that.
One more fight. Your
I
top
think
three
she should.
contender,
If
just
she's
ranked
number
10.
3, I think she should fight like number 5. Give her number
6,
5.
7.
Right. She beats her, and then in a couple more months, then give her number 1
Give her
contender.
Pena. I know. Give her
Different
not
division.
Pena. I know.
Like
give her,
Firo or Talia Santos.
Ooh, Firo's
Firo's a monster,
Firo
though.
might knock her out.
Yeah. Firo is a monster. She's going to be at top of that division. She's young, too. She's 28. So she's going to be in that division for a while. You got Miranda Maverick, who's 25. She's going to be in that division for a while. Alexa Grasso's even young, who's challenging for the title in 10 days. So, yeah. I think Erin Blanchfield absolutely has the potential to better all of them. Is that what we are? Is that the parlay? Yeah.
For everyone just tuning in, we're putting 7.5 units on Jake
parlay.
Paul. On a parlay.
Who else do we want to add to this parlay?
Who
Who are we looking for this
Span.
week? Span? Oh my god.
Add him up. Come on, look at it.
Oh, that's hold on.
Oh. Oh.
Bro. Well, you gotta put Muniz. No, you don't.
No way.
No. Bro, if that was the hit, man.
Could you imagine?
I think we'd be able to buy new chairs.
I would not be able to sleep for that whole week for John Jones. The whole week, you know, if those 3 fights hit, right?
And it is
you gotta wait a
down
week
to John.
in the last fight of the fucking pay-per-view to know if you win.
12 o'clock, co-main event comes up. I'm gonna fall asleep. I'm kind of tired.
No way. Your eyes would be bloodshot. You'd be like,
I'm outside doing push-ups with a Red Bull.
is it happening?
Dude, I'm dumping my head. I'm drinking a couple sips of coffee and dumping it on my fucking head. Hot coffee on my fucking head. I'm up. I'll be wide awake after that shit. Give me all that caffeine. Soaking into my fucking head. Right to the brain.
Right to my veins.
You know, I'm fucking
65 unit payday would be pretty nice.
What'd you just say?
That would be ridiculous.
What'd you just say?
That's almost 2.5 months of
Hey,
work.
that's goat shit. That's goat.
Yeah, it is. Imagine walking up to the bookie
Hang on.
with that ticket in your hand.
You want to see something? You want to hear something crazy?
Oh man, I got excited.
Hey, good
I got
fucking save,
excited.
bro. Good fucking save. Help him out, little Steve.
Oh, it knocked out my camera?
Yeah.
What?
You good?
All right, well, you guys are running the show now.
I'm just gonna write
I'm the
that
captain
down.
now.
You are the captain.
I'm the captain.
I'm just gonna write